John up against young Gilhouse from the Bays. The umpire's about to bounce the ball. Beautiful bounce to start this very important clash. Gilhouse got the tap down, but immediately taken by the Pies. They go up towards half forward, or actually out towards centre wing. The breeze took it. It came from Marnie, gave it to Hinge. Hinge up towards half forward. Oh, is that a mark on the second grab to the Pies? No, said the umpire. Play on as the call, and the Magpies have it in the back pocket. Taken there momentarily, but the Tigers have got it now, actually out towards the player there in trying to pick him up, but it might have been Doldig, wasn't it? What's he playing? Is he? I didn't realise he was playing. It comes to Murray. Murray goes into the centre, taken there for them by Lees. Lees got it over there to Cracker up towards half forward, but the kickers let him down. It's a Smithfield crash clanger, and Rudolph comes out and takes the mark for the Tigers.
He plays on immediately and goes wide. It's taken by Ben Kane. He will rebound from defensive 50 towards the outer side centre wing. McConnell is loose. He takes the chest mark, plays on immediately. He will find further upfield Josh Marnie, wearing number 10 for the base. He's going to zip it in, looking for the lead of a Glenelg player there. Couldn't pick it up who it was. He was in fact for the Bays. It was Stephen Salopek. Couldn't take the mark. The ball is in between half forward and centre wing. Was taken by Ponozzo. Trying to get a quick hand pass away was Hinge, but it's gone over the boundary line on the outer side in between half back and centre wing of the outer side towards the Jetty Road Traders end. We've gone around about a minute and a half on the Grand Central time clock. Tapestry One scoreboard, zip a piece. So boundary line thrown, taken beautifully there by Murray. He gets a big kick going towards the Broadway Hotel, and that was absolutely superb. It was taken by Harry Miller. He's got a player going back. Lacroix coming out beautifully was Rudolph. Just judges the football beautifully. It's rebounded from defensive 50. Ben Kane went back to Rudolph. Rudolph goes to the player there for Glenelg in Brad Sugars. Comes back to Ben Kane. Inboard to Rudolph. They're using each other well. Sugars, Rudolph. Rudolph's got it back again. Centre wing grandstand side. Goes into centre half forward. Looking for Doldy, but going back it was Micklejohn, I think it was. Oh, Doldy just took it out of the air and plucked it. Hand pass looking for Fisher. Was he taken high? The boys agree. Yes, possibly was. It'll be a ball up at half forward at the Jetty Road Traders end.
Yeah, Mark Clayton came in there. No doubt about that. Hit the Glenelg player high. Should have received the free kick.
Okay, umpire throws it up right on the 50 half-forward flank grandstand side. The Bays have a chance here, taking the footy there. Logan got the handball away. Opportunity now for the Tigers. It goes into that left forward pocket at the Jetty Road Traders end, but it's gone out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So the umpire now, the boundary umpire, to throw it in that left full forward pocket. As the trumpet sounds in the background, was Kirkby being held? I thought he was momentarily. The umpire missed it, though. As the ball's into a pack of players, it'll be Stacks on the milk, and they get it out. The umpire said no, they can't, and he'll ball it up just in that forward pocket grandstand side. A few arms being thrown around there at the moment, Smitty.
Yeah,
nothing too serious.
Not at this stage.
Yeah, the umpire's going to bounce it down. Kirk, who's back in the side for the Bays. Or did he pull the big bloke down in Micklejohn? No, said the umpire. There's a free kick going the way of the Magpies, too high. And it'll be taken there for them and kicked up out there towards that the back pocket, in actual fact, to Archie. He got it over there to Di Pasquale. He centres the ball now, and here's a chance now as it comes back to Archie. Good running there by the full-back. Kicks it into the centre where Murray takes the mark for the Pies. Immediately plays on the lead, is into the forward pocket. They're looking for Harry M, but coming through beautifully was Kane, and he'll chip it out to the half-back flank on the outer side. Taken there for the Bays there by, ends up with Hinge in actual fact. He kicks it into Murphy. Murphy's in the centre now, and then goes bang with a drop punt up towards half forward. Up they fly. At the back there, Dolly can run in and try and pick it up. Does it superbly. The handball was a gem. The Bays have got the opportunity now. Half forward. They run inside 50. The kick's on its way. It's going towards full forward. Big Kirk up in front. Couldn't hold it. And the minor score recorded to the Tigers as they go to one behind on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Port Adelaide yet to score.
Yeah, that kick came in from Backwell, looking good at the moment. Backwell getting plenty of the ball.
Indeed, we've gone about 3 1/4 minutes on the Grand Central time clock here at Challenge Recruitment, the Anchor Securities game of the day. Kicking out from fullback was the player there in Corey Archie. And he's found Tex Perkins for the first time on RPH football this afternoon. I kicked it into Murray. It's a Smithfield crash clanger. It's been taken by Jeremy Clayton, though, as they rebound from defensive 50. Taken on this occasion by Lees. He handballs inboard to Harry Miller. Harry goes long. In fact, it was Cameron, beg your pardon. Flying from behind was Cameron Miller. Harry Miller on that occasion. There's Millers everywhere. Ends up with Ben Kane, though. And there will be a rebound from defensive 50 by the Bays. A one-handed PDK highlight by Hinge as he rebounds and handballs to Backwell centre wing on the outer side. He goes by hand to Tommy Logan, has a bounce. He's going to kick it inside forward 50. He does that to the Jetty Road Traders in. Oh, Doldy came from behind. Has he taken the mark? No, a free kick had been paid to Port Adelaide on that occasion, though. And Greenwood will rebound from defensive 50. He didn't find Micklejohn, but it bounces into his lap and he's on grandstand side.
Great kick straight into the man. That was terrific work by young Gillhouse there. And consequently, the ball ricocheted off his body and gone out of bounds, half-forward flank, I should say, grandstand side for the Tigers.
Yeah, very good play by Gillhouse, because it would have been easy for him to turn around and go upfield to get the next ball, but ran at the player and smothered the ball. Very well done.
OK, the ball taken out of the air there by Fisher. He gave it to the Mouse, who kicked into the man. No, here's a chance, though, for Perkins. Got the handball over. Ends up there with Miller Cameron. Goes up inside 50. Players set themselves the ball out the back. Who's going to pick it up? Lacroix got it. He looks for a handball. The handball is good. Here's a chance around the body goes...
Wakeland
it was, and he's put it on the chest of Hargraves, who'll go back and line up for goal from about 20 to 25 metres out, Darryl Smith.
Yeah, certainly. Well, kicking to the Broadway Hotel Inn. Into the teeth of a pretty tough breeze, too. So, coming from the south and blowing to the Jetty Road Traders end. But he's coming in now. That's Hargraves, isn't it, you talk about?
Yep.
And Hargraves has marked and will kick from 25 metres out directly in front. Comes in now. The kick is on its way to the kick to goal, and he has done that. So Port Adelaide have got the first goal on the board. They go to one straight. They lead Glenelg 1 point. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard, and the time clock tells us we played 4.5 minutes of this first quarter, courtesy of our good friends at Grand Central. Good play by Port Adelaide.
Yes, good inside 50 and kicking into the breeze well, thanks to wetsuit coolers, of course, coming from the Broadway Hotel and going to the Jetty Road Traders in here at Challenge Recruitment Oval. And the Anchor Securities instalment 2 of the weekend match of the day has started in promising fashion for the Magpies. They lead by 5 points on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. The ball's come back into the centre. The sexy-looking boundary umpire with the shades on has just palmed it back to the main umpire, doing beautifully, Bowen, Pfeiffer and Feeler. He's having a look now. He's going to come in and bounce it, and he's starting to be theatrical, rather. Or
is that like operetto?
That is like operetto. It is indeed. The Otterachi. Ball back in the centre. It's tapped down. In the path there was the player for Glenelg, and doing it beautifully, Salopek. Ends up, though, Cameron Miller Nathan Crackers has sold it beautifully. He bounces his way inside 50 to the Broadway Hotel Inn. He unloads. The Maggies have got their second. That's good footy. Centre clearance specialist. Port Adelaide on that occasion. 2 straight 12. Glenelg 1 point. Tapestry Wine scoreboard. We've gone about 5 3/4 minutes of the first term. Darryl Smith, thanks to Grand Central.
Yeah, the handball from Salopek missed the target, and that allowed Cracker to come in and pick it up on the half volley, and saw there was no one in front of him, used his leg speed, ran a good 10 metres, bounced the ball, then ran inside 50 and kicking to the Broadway Hotel, and as you heard Paul Blanders say, kicked his first goal and the club's second. So Port Adelaide 2 straight, leading Glenelg 1 goal. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
Yeah, breeze has dropped considerably, Smithy. If you look at that wind socket, as the ball up in the centre, Micklejohn got the tap. Running onto it was Murphy. Murphy's handball over the top there, kicked off the ground, though, by the player there for the... Pies there was Dolling at centre wing outer side. The Bays have possession. Emerging was Hinge. Hinge got it there to Sugars over the top, back to Hinge's good work and hit, and she goes further afield to the Mouse. Oh, was he grabbed high? I think he was. And the only reason he was grabbed high because he's that small. He had to grab him high, as the ball is now out to centre wing and running down and kicking the ball long there up towards full forward. I'll pick up the Bay play in a minute. Measure it was the ball now. Here's a chance. Oh, there's a player. Was he grabbed high? I think he was. And that'll be a free kick to the Tigers. And the player in question there is Tommy Logan, and he'll go back and kick for goal from about 15 metres, and a much-needed goal as that wind now springs up as we speak, Smitty.
They certainly do, and Logan was tackled high, so he's going to go back and give the opportunity to put his side on the board. So, Tom Logan from 15 metres out directly in front, kicking to the Jetty Road Traders end. And with the breeze, they'll certainly need to put one on the board very quickly here at Challenge Recruitment. Comes in now, 3 players on the mark. Logan comes in, gets very close, but kicks truly for his first. And the Tigers have got their first on the ball. They got a 1 goal, 1-7, trailing Port Adelaide 2 straight 12. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. And courtesy of Mans Mitre 10 down there at Port Adelaide for kitchens and bathrooms. Geelong 5 goals 3, leading Adelaide at just 1 goal. And at half-time, West Coast 9-9, leading the Kangaroos 8-7.
Yeah, just noticing that breeze. Every now and then it drops, but gee, when it blows, it's pretty strong. So probably 3 to 4 goals favouring the Jetty Road Traders in.
Probably is worth 3 to 4, you know.
So the Bays need to get a wriggle on if they're kicking with it, which they are, of course, thanks to wetsuit coolers. Conmurra Avenue at Edwardstown. Angus Securities game of the day. Ball back in the centre. RPH football, Daryl Smith, Paul Blanderson, Dennis Brown ends up with Murphy. He gets a hand pass to the running Sherwood. He's got a new haircut this week, and he kicks to the leading Backwell with the fluorescent boots. He marks in front of Tex Perkins. Good contest. Was he into the back of Backwell? I think he might have been. Yeah. Tex Perkins, gee, that was aggressive, and the umpire coming in now, Daryl Smith.
Well, I certainly thought it was a free kick, and I was just looking at the frees that we've got so far. So far, Port Adelaide have got 2, Glenelg have got 1. Maybe the umpires have just put the whistles away for the day.
Just a moment. So boundary line ball up, for want of a better term. And now a free kick has been played to the big monster Gillhouse, 198 centimetres, 105 kilos. This man will get a call upstairs, one would have thought, by someone who's paying attention. He plays on and handballs to Fisher, centre wing grandstand side, inboard to Salopek. He's caught, ends up with Logan, his teammate at Port Power. The handball didn't do much, picked up by Brad E, but he's wrapped up by Salopek. The umpire comes in, and fair chance there might be Ebert and Salopek teammates next year, but we'll just wait and see at an AFL level. Ball up was taken by Logan. Logan got a quick hand pass to Fisher. It missed him, and Micklejohn took it and was tackled by Fisher. The umpire comes in and will ball it up again. In between half forward and centre wing on the grandstand side. Now, free kick's been paid to Glenelg. Micklejohn has infringed against Fisher, so the umpire was paying attention on that occasion. Fisher will go along with the breeze inside 50 to Doldie. He pushes Mark Clayton out of it and takes a contested mark inside forward 50 at the Jetty Road Traders end. Daryl Smith, and will go back, and the distance shouldn't be a problem.
No, certainly shouldn't. Just too much strength, wasn't it, Doldie there? He's a big boy, but we know that Mark Clayton is a strong player, but Doldie just had it on him then, and he's going to go back and kicking to the Jetty Road Traders end to put his first score on the board and to give the Tigers a share of the lead. So Doldie comes in, kicks from around about 45 metres out, and he has kicked truly a PDK highlight that kick, because he kicked it from around about 50 metres. Doldie's got his first. The Tigers have got their second. They go to 2 goals, 1. That is 13, leading Port Adelaide 2 straight, 12. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Grand Central time clock says we played 10 minutes of this first quarter. And I'll tell you what, Bree, the breeze might be even worth more than the 2 to 3, because it is that windsock on top of the Tapestry Wine scoreboard is at full mast.
Yeah, it is, but every now and then it'll drop, Smitty, so it's intermittent at the moment, but at the present time, certainly it's blowing strongly as the umpire bounces the ball. Micklejohn got the tap down, looking there for the player, Harry M, but picked up by Fisher, who drives it up towards half-forward, coming out like a train there is Marnie. He turns around, fires the handball now, here's the chance around the body, the kick on its way, coming back as the kick by Willoughby has gone through for the minor score to the Tigers. They go to 2 goals, 1, 2, 14 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. The Magpies 2 straight goals.
So kicking out from full back were Port Adelaide. Ended up with Lees. He then crosses play back to Di Pasquale, who marks in front of Doldie and kicks forward and finds Tex Perkins. So they're still inside defensive 50. Tex Perkins will rebound them now, and he does that towards centre wing on the outer side. G coming from behind. Micklejohn going back with courage was Backwell. Tackled with the football is Kirkby. Was that holding the ball, Daryl? No.
But I can tell you, courtesy of Mans Model 10, West Adelaide off to a flyer down there. It's Higginbotham. 4-1 leading South Adelaide yet to score.
Fair chance they're kicking with the breeze thanks to wetsuit coolers. Ball up. Gillhouse got his palm down to it. Couldn't find a teammate in the clear, and Port Adelaide attacked the football and the man pretty well, and it'll be another ball up pretty much in the same spot. So a lot of players around that football out there on the outer side, in between centre wing and half forward, going to the Jetty Road Traders end, favouring Glenelg. The tap down favoured Wakeland. He's wrapped up by Adam Fisher and ends up with Willoughby. Willoughby hand passes to Salopek was good. He went further afield to McConnell. McConnell inboard 50. It was a great kick, and on the lead, Doldie, who started promisingly. The matchup could be a worry, Daryl Smith. Doldie on M. Clayton, and Doldie can go back. The angle acute, the distance around about the same from before.
Yeah, they are certainly very similar players, aren't they? Similar build-in stature and so forth. So Mark Clayton's just got to play a little bit closer to Doldie at the moment, but Doldie coming in for his second shot on goal, kicking to the Jetty Road Traders end. The kick is on its way. He's put it up, and the breeze is taken away, and it's just snuck through for a minor score to the Tigers. Now, they've now got 2 goals, 3. That is 15, leading Port Adelaide 2 straight on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
You're not wrong. That breeze is strong, Smitty. That kick nearly lobbed him, Jetty Road, when it took off, didn't it?
It certainly did.
The breeze at his back. So, yes, you're definitely worth 3 to 4 goals when it's
maybe even a bit more, mate. Maybe even a bit more.
Okay, it's Di Pasquale to bring the ball back into play for the Pies. What's he going to do? He's going to come to the grandstand side, looking there for up they fly there. He was looking for the teammate there in Perry, but the ball was thumped away by Gilhouse and out of bounds. So half-forward flank just outside the 50 on the grandstand side. Boundary umpire to throw it back into play. Back it comes spinning into play. Up they go. About 4 players contested that rucker. Ended up with Greenwood. He's actually got rid of the ball with one hand, which means it's a throw as it comes now to Willoughby. Willoughby chips it into the lead of McConnell. Was he pushing the back note to the umpire? Out comes Lead. Gives it to Greenwood. Back to Lead. He's in trouble. Drops a footy like a hot potato. The handball, though, has ended up there with Perry, who got the ball over. Oh, that's a push in the back for sure. And the free kick will go the way of the Magpies. It'll be big Micklejohn to take the kick.
It was silly by Kirkby, really.
Well, it really was. He was in front and just went bang with the 2 hands.
I think he might have overextended himself. That was the problem, because he actually slapped himself straight away, knowing that he gave away the free kick.
Smithfield crash clanger, I'd say, is the ball now with Micklejohn. He's going to go to the outer side, and looking out there is Wakeland, who's made space on the outer side. So Wakeland now, will he bring it back? He's going to bring it back all the way to the grandstand side. The mark taken by Summerton. The interchange there was affected, and courtesy of our good friends at Jarvis Sport. I'll tell you about it later because I didn't see who swapped with who.
Cracker came off and Biarchi came on.
Well done, Smitty. Is the ball now with Perry, centre half back for the Pies. I was watching the play, that's why I didn't see what happened there. He kicks it out there to Archie, who's way out there. He gives it to Di Pasquale. He throws it on the left boot. The kick, though, towards the boundary line. In fact, it's going to go out of bounds. Is it taken there by one of the Miller boys and forced over the boundary line for a throw in? Centre wing, outer side.
That interchange surprised me a bit, because when you've got Cracker, who's coming back from an AFL game, you would have thought, well, gee whiz, he would be staying in the game as much as he can, but getting more run in his legs. That surprised me.
OK, the ball there with Micklejohn. The ball at centre wing, outer side. Umpire letting it go, but gee, there must be a dozen players around that ball, Smitty, and the umpire obviously has...
No, he's found a free kick. He picked the free kick out, yeah. I think it was Archie that's actually touching the player around the head high, so that's the reason why.
25-metre penalty to boot. So obviously something said there to the umpire, and now the 25-metre penalty being applied. And the Bays now will come in towards centre half forward. The kick lobs in front of Greenwood, who's got possession. Oh, he's tackled from behind. Was that in the back? The umpire said no, the ball was held to him. So there'll be a ball up just outside 50, half forward flank outside for the Tigers.
OK, Port Adelaide wearing the black armbands today. A life member passed away. We'll give you an update on that on RPH Football. Angus Security's game of the day later on. Ball up at centre half forward for the Bays. There's Stacks on the mill. The umpire will come in and ball it up again. So we've gone around about 15 minutes of the first quarter, thanks to Grand Central. Tapestry line scoreboard 15-12. And the ball up here. It's tapped down into the palm of Harry M. Miller. His hand pass is straight to Salopek. The hand pass was good to the teammate, Marnie. Marnie went to another teammate, Logan, who got one round the chutney. He's going to snap it round to the Jetty Road Traders in for the base. They've got their third. They go to 3-3-21. Logan's got his second. Port Adelaide 2 straight 12. 6 scoring shots to 2 on the Tapestry line scoreboard. Darryl Smith.
Yeah, good ruck work, wasn't it? Because it did come down. Logan actually got past 2 players, and sometimes the nose kicks are very difficult because they go with the wind, but Logan put it out far enough, and it swung back for his second goal. Good skills by Logan. They go to 21-12 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
Smithy, did you see if the free kick was paid to Logan? Because there was certainly one there for too high.
Didn't see it. No, sorry.
OK, umpire to bounce the ball in the centre to get this game underway once again. Down she goes, beautiful bounce, up they fly. This time Micklejohn in front of Gilhouse. It comes to Murray, who throws it on the left boot up towards half forward, taken by Ebert. He turns around now, the kick in towards the lead there of his teammate, and had the ball thumped away by Rudolph. That was Hargraves, and the ball's gone out of bounds in front of the Tapestry Wine scoreboard, 21-12 in favour of the Tigers.
I tell you what, if there's a stateside picked at the moment, you'd have to have Rudolph in the back pocket and Archie at full back, wouldn't you?
Yeah, he could play a young Rudolph as the boundary umpire throws the ball back, spinning into play. Getting very high there was Sherwood. Thumped the ball back towards the boundary line. Is it going to go over? Don't know. It's still in play. Picked up there by, was it Cracker or Cameron Miller? And,
no, it's not Cracker. Cracker's off the ground.
Okay, it must be Miller. And there'll be a ball up just outside the 50. Over there on the outer side, just around from the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Down goes the bounce. Micklejohn and Gilhouse. The ball comes to ground, taken there by Murray. He's tackled very strongly. Still had possession, but the ball was held to him, said the umpire, for a ball up right on the 50, half-forward flank outer side. And that is the end to which the Pies are kicking. The Broadway Hotel end now as the ball goes up and comes back down again. again. Have a look at the number of players around the footy. If they get it out, it'll be a miracle, and they do get it out. Harry M got it out, taken there by the player there in Summerton, I think it was. Goes up towards full forward. The whistle has gone.
Free kick to Summerton for too high.
And that'll come back to Summerton, and he will bomb the Pies into attack, but into the breeze.
I don't think he'll make the distance from that far.
Wouldn't have thought so unless he kicks it out of his skin, but he plays on immediately. Handballs to Harry Miller. He's right on 50. He kicks it deep into the goal square. In front, Meiklejohn, great mark. I beg your pardon, Wakeland. I take it back. That was just well judged and far too clever. Darryl Wakeland will go back from point-blank range, Smithy, at the Broadway Hotel end.
Yeah, he certainly won't have any trouble. Good work by Wakeland to work his way to the front of the pack, and as we always say, the ball's going to drop short, and that's exactly what happened, and Wakeland was able to take the mark, and he has kicked that out of the ground. He's almost going to land on the roof of the Broadway Hotel. I can tell you it's landed on the roof of the primary school, and you often wonder why they do that, but a goal scored anyway to Port Adelaide. A much-needed goal too, because it just edges them that little bit closer. They go 3 straight now. They trail Glenelg 3-3-21 on the scoreboard. A big quick change. Jeff Smith is on for the Tigers. Off is Gilhouse, and coming on for Port Adelaide is Polton, and the player coming off for Port Adelaide was Wakeland, who just kicked the goal. So interesting that they're changing their interchange with the players that have got AFL experience.
Yes, and I'll tell you why they do kick it onto the roof in a minute, Smitty, is it's with Summerton out there, centre wing. He'll bring it over to the grandstand side where Polton takes the mark. They're kicking into the breeze, remember, Port Adelaide, and they've got their noses in front by 3, no, they haven't. They're 3 points down, but they're playing pretty good footy as the ball comes through the hands of Murray at centre-half forward. Glenelg player had the footy. Was he pushed in the back? No, said the umpire. I'll tell you why they kick it on the roof, Smitty, because when they kick for goal, the good players kick through the ball and kick it hard. As the ball is at centre-half forward.
When you're 5 metres out, you don't need to do that.
Indeed, so it'll be Kirk and also Meiklejohn, both players holding each other. The umpire called play on, which was good. Hinge took it, did a pirouette, handball backwards to Marnie. That was great work. The hand pass by Marnie was pretty strong, but Backwell rebounding from defensive 50. Hand passes into the path of Mules, who's centre wing on the outer side. Kicks to Logan, who's been busy. 2 goals already in a number of possessions. He's going to kick in ball to the left boot to Kane. Marched in front of Jeremy Clayton. They're in about 70 metres out from the Jetty Road Traders in Kane. He goes to the running Mules, so great work from half-back by Benny Mules, the captain, or skipper, or skipton, captain, whatever you like, and he kicks it in board, and the mark has been taken by the player in there, and I reckon that might be Stephen Salopek going back to have a crack at the Jetty Road Traders end.
He'll kick from around about 35 metres. Certainly won't have any problem with the distance. And the Tigers need to get a bit of a lead on here because Port are coming with the breeze in the second quarter. So Salopek lining up from 35 metres out. Slight angle to the Jetty Road Traders end. The kick is on its way. He has kicked truly. He's got his first. And the Tigers now have got their fourth. They got a 4 goals 3. That is 27. Leading Port Adelaide 3 straight 18 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Can tell you courtesy of our good friends at Mans Mitre 10 Kitchens and Bathrooms. West Coast Eagles are trailing now. The Kangaroos 10-7, leading the West Coast Eagles 9-11. South Adelaide are 1 goal, trailing West Adelaide 5-1. That's courtesy of Mans Mitre 10. And quickly, Miller is off for the Port Adelaide side, and coming back on is Cracker, courtesy of our good friends at Jarvis Ford.
Yeah, here interesting to hear Paul Blanders say Skipton. I think that won a Melbourne Cup in the 40s, to be honest with you, as the ball is in the centre, taken by Ruwald. He turns around the body and kicks it up towards half forward. Hit and bounce. It's well taken by De Pasquale. He gives it to Perkins, and Perkins will go out to centre wing. Looking out there for Polton, but coming through there was Johnny Hinge. Stuffed the ball away. Good work, defensive work there by the Bays to force the boundary throw in centre wing outer side. So the boundary umpire to throw it back in Kirk and Meiklejohn. Meiklejohn front position with 2 hand taps it down, but the Bait had it momentarily. Ended up there with Fisher. He got it back out to Marnie. Marnie will sweep the handball. Beautiful support from Kane, who comes through the centre of the ground. The kick was smothered though. Running onto it was De Pasquale, but it hit and bounced away. Taken by Murray. He's tackled strongly. Goes to ground with a footy. The ball spills out. Kirk's got an opportunity. If he can pick it up, he does, but they tackle him hotly. Again, the ball spills loose. A chance though. A player there coming through very quickly was Meiklejohn, but picking it up is Jeremy Clayton. He gets it out there to Murray, who goes over the top. He put his teammate under enormous pressure, tackled and pulled to the ground. There'll be a ball up right on the corner of the square towards the outer side.
Interesting to note, guys, that we've gone into time on. That's the first time I think you've called Jeremy Clayton's name.
I have. I think Paul may have mentioned it once.
Indeed. 22 minutes gone on the Grand Central time clock. A free kick has been paid to Meiklejohn. That was just silly by the Glenelg ruckman in Jeff Smith. So Micklejohn will go short, and he goes wide to Nathan Cracker, who marks. Approaching centre wing on the outer side. Jeff Smith gave a great chase to the fleet-footed Cracker. He was tackled and got the hand pass away. Ebert gets a quick hand pass to Jeremy Clayton. Good hand pass going forward to Lacroix. Lacroix had bounced in front of him. He picked it up beautifully. Kicks inside forward 50. Oh, Harry Miller couldn't take the mark. His recovery skills outstanding. PDK highlight. He kicks towards the Broadway Hotel in Rudolph, though with the composure and the experience. Does it beautifully. Kicks inboard and finds Sherwood. PDK highlight. Sherwood goes to Fisher. Fisher goes to the player there in Ruwald. Rebounds from defensive 50. The kick was an absolute Smithfield crash clanger and a half. Tex Perkins says, thanks for coming. Picks it up. Kicks into the path of Hargraves. That's good rebound football by the Maggies. He marks in front of the Starship Enterprise Kirk. Hargraves goes inboard. Oh, the kick was a beauty, and a free kick will be played to Port Adelaide. And it will go there to Jared Polton. He was taken too high. Daryl Smith will go back and kick to the Broadway Hotel end from about 40 metres out.
Yeah, the player coming in was just a fraction too late, wasn't he, Fisher? And got Polton a bit high, but gee whiz, I've seen a lot worse let go, DB.
Yep, I agree with you, mate. But
so Polton's got the free kick, kicking to the Broadway Hotel end, as we keep saying, into the teeth of a pretty strong breeze, probably worth about 4 to 5 as it's gusting at the moment. So Polton from about 40 metres out comes in, the kick's on its way, tries to guide it through, and has done just that. He's got his first. The Magpies have got their fourth. They got a 4 straight. Great kicking into that breeze. That's 24, still trailing the Tigers 4-3-27 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. And courtesy of our good friends at Grand Central, we played 21 minutes of this first quarter.
yeah, you're right, Smitty. That breeze very strong, and Port doing superbly into this first quarter, really putting the screws into the Tigers as the umpire now is about to get this game underway in this the first quarter. As we're in the time on the Grand Central time clock as the umpire bounces the footy again. Micklejohn and Kirk. Kirk got a right hand to the footy. Oh, one-handed throw that time. The umpire saw it, and it'll go the way of the Bays, a free kick. The recipient in the middle there was Logan. He got it out to a player coming through, and Kane from the half-back flank goes to a couple of leads, and one of those out as Big Smith takes the mark, turns around and chips it in towards the lead there of McConnell. The ball down to the ground, though. The Tigers have the numbers picked up and kicked in up towards the full forward area. Player set themselves. Dolly went up with one hand. It ricocheted to Murray. Tried to back turn out of trouble. Got the kick away. Dolly runned onto it, covered a bit of ground to do that, and then kicked it, centred the ball to Big Kirk, who's now going to chase the footy. The Magpie coming at him. He gets the handball over the top, though. Chance now is with Kane with the footy. He gives it out there to the Mouse. The back will goes bang towards full forward. The Mouse has put it through. Great kick from the Mouse. And the Tigers now go out to 5 goals, 3:33 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Port Adelaide 4 straight goals, 24.
Yeah, it was great work by Doldig there. He went up with the one hand in the goal square. Couldn't take the ball. The ball went over the back of the pack, and he really did chase hard to get that ball. Turned around and saw 3 Port Adelaide defenders chasing him. He looked up and saw Kirk just outside 50, chipped it over to Kirk, and it went too far, but Kirk was able to recover the ball, get the ball over the top to Backwell, who was just outside 50, went inside 50 and kicked truly for his first goal. Great teamwork and a great team goal by the Tigers.
Yeah, they worked it well, and good signs for the base. Doldig playing a pretty good first quarter on Mark Clayton. Rory Kirkby on Joel Perry, not doing very much at this particular moment. The ball are back in the centre. It was taken by Kirk. He tapped it down, and it's into the path of a Port player there, and I think it might be Murray who's wrapped up. It is, and he was wrapped up by the Glenelg player there in Josh Willoughby, number 13. Unlucky for some. Not Josh this afternoon. Well, certainly thus far anyway, and let's hope not. So ball up or a bounce down, whatever you prefer. Polton from the side. He was a Port player taken high. Brad Ebert, I thought he might have been. Didn't matter anyway, because the guy is class with a capital C. Kicks it inside forward 50. Mules read the football better, and now they rebound from defensive 50, the Bays. The ball is now bouncing in front of Ruwald on centre wing grandstand side. He can't take it, but he's got plenty of time. He can go inboard. He can get round Biaggi, the love chocolate. Ruwald kicks towards centre half forward. Coming out, Doldy. Going back with courage was Greenwood. Is taken by Backwell. Mark Clayton with toughness and strength gave it to Greenwood. He hand passes wide. It ends up with Polton. Polton tried to tap it forward into the path of Cracker. It didn't matter. Backwell's now in the van as well. Was he taken too high, into or in the back? Yes. And the umpire agreed with that. So Backwell, he was certainly in and under. Oh, I gave to Hinge. Hinge with a looping hand pass to Fisher. Runs into Greenwood. That was a Smithfield crash clanger by the Bays. Fisher on this occasion did well, gave it back to Willoughby, kicks it deep inside 50, Jetty Road Traders in. Oh, Doldy, can he take the mark? No, it's been taken by Corey Archie. He handballs to Murray. Murray was under the pump, but Archie, great backing up by him. Handball to Micklejohn at centre half back, and the siren's gone. Third quarter here at Challenge Recruitment is worthy of a final status as far as this match is concerned. Angus Security's game of the day. The Bays 5-3-33. Port 4 straight 24.
There's three Magpies here up against Logan, and as the umpire's about to bounce the ball, and Logan getting his share of bumps and pushes there as the bounce is affected. Up they go. Micklejohn got the tap down. Running off half-back was Perkins, took the footy, and the umpires recalled it. Gee whiz, that's a very late call. Perkins came off half-back and actually had the footy. The umpire has a second go and he will throw it up. Most embarrassed by the first one, obviously. Up they go. The ball now taken immediately out of the centre by the mouse. Backward on the left boot it goes. Wobbles out here towards centre wing. Leading in the race for the ball is Greenwood. Picks it up. Throws it on the left boot now for the Magpies. Up towards half forward. Oh, the cry got high. And the mark taken at the back, though, by Sherwood or Sugars. One of the two. They look alike. It's actually Sherwood who kicks the ball now and finds Kane. Kane now just backward of centre wing, grandstand side. Remembering, of course, the Tigers into the breeze in this quarter, going to the Broadway Hotel end. The ball now kicked up towards centre wing, taken by Mark Clayton. He gave it to Harry M. Miller, who in turn then gave it to Cameron Miller. He goes over the top now, finds Perry. Perry runs off half-back, grandstand side, and transfers first play to the outer side. Taken there by Cracker. He's away now. Cracker with a sweeping handball. He's found a target there, and they'll pick up the player in a minute. Might have been Lees. Gives it to Hargraves. Around the body goes the big bloke with a right foot snap. He put it through a PDK highlight. Great start for the Pies. Second goal to Hargraves. As they go to 5 goals, 2. That's 32. No, they don't. They go to 5 straight goals. That's 30. Glenelg 5-3-33 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
Yeah, great play back here by Mark Clayton, wasn't it? Went for the ball very hard. Had a couple of players to choose from. Gave it to the two Miller boys. They transferred play and ended up on that outer side of the ground with Hargraves. Hargraves turned and snapped truly for his second goal. Good team play by the Port Adelaide side from running the ball out of defence into attack with not a single Bay player touching it.
And we can tell you, thanks to the Grand Central time clock, we've gone about 1 3/4 minutes of the second term. 3 points to margin, Tapestry Wine scoreboard. The Maggies kicking with the breeze to the Jetty Road Traders end, coming from the Broadway Hotel end, which is caught on the Broadway at Glenelg. So ball back in the centre. Byron Murphy couldn't get purchase on it. Ended up with Tex Perkins, now with Murray. Murray goes wide to Cracker. Well, he goes this way and that. I did it beautifully. Cracker, the vision fantastic to Lees. Lees will take the mark. He plays on immediately with a hand pass to Greenwood. There's a box on in the centre. Greenwood goes inside 50 to the Jetty Road Traders end and misses to the far side. Behind to the Maggies. 5-3-33 Glenelg. Port Adelaide 5-1-31. Tapestry Wine scoreboard. 3 minutes gone. Thanks to Grand Central.
Yeah, it was Perkins and Logan that were exchanging friendship in the centre there, hugging each other and pushing and shoving as the ball kicked out to the grandstand side and marked by Kane. So Ben Kane with the footy. He's now in a defensive 50 for the Pies. Rudolph further afield is loose, but he ignores that. Now he's going to bring it along centre wing with a high ball. The Breeze will take that. The place to be is in front. Up they fly from behind. Big Micklejohn thumped it hard and forced it over the boundary line for a throw-in. In fact, it wasn't Micklejohn, it was Perry that did the thumping, and it was a good thump too because it's gone out of bounds between centre wing, half forward, grandstand side. For the Pies, they're kicking to the Jetty Road Traders end, favoured by a 3 to 4 goal Breeze. The tap down now, Harry M. Miller went without the footy. There's a Bay player, had it momentarily. That was Logan. He lost the footy though. Back into it goes the player there in Cameron Miller. He's tackled, and there'll be a ball up.
Didn't Cameron Miller put his hand up in the throat of the big ruckman there in Gula?
Well, he did, but the umpire didn't see it, obviously, as the ball has bounced. A beautiful bounce and tap down by Micklejohn was good. And the umpire has, what's he done here? Paid a free kick to Gilhouse, has he?
Yeah, it's just even up.
Yeah, he gives it over there to Backwell. Backwell there to Fisher. Back it goes to Backwell. He's in trouble though. Murphy ended up with the footy all grabbed high momentarily. Got the kick away though. Comes up towards half. Oh, there's a big leg break. Beat everybody. Player being hung onto was Smith for the Bays. The umpire says play on as the ball's at half forward grandstand side. And there'll be another ball up as the Bays now attacking into this breeze. Blowing towards the Broadway Hotel end. Down goes the bounce. Oh, the bounce went down and actually come down the ground because nobody touched the footy. Into a pack of players it goes once again. We'll have to have a take two of another ball up.
Just quickly,
forward flank grandstand side.
Quarter time scores between West and South. West 8 goals 4, leading South 2-2. We can tell you, courtesy of Phil Herden, that they are kicking against the breeze, South Adelaide. So West with the breeze, 8-4, leading South Adelaide 2-2.
Okay, well, fair dinkum. That's a great start by the Bloods. Anyway, we're here at the Bay Oval. It's being brought to you by...
Oh, you are kidding me, umpire.
And the umpire's found a free kick, holding the ball as he signalled, has he?
That's ordinary.
That is the player on the bottom of the pack had no way of getting rid of that ball, and the player for the Tigers, standing over the top, Tommy Logan, and then has turned around and just put his hand up. And there's no way that you put a player in Tex Perkins get rid of that ball, and the umpire just stood there and said, right, that's holding the ball.
Well, I actually saw what was happening. I was talking about the other game, of course, but I could see a big pack, and there was somebody on the bottom of it, and that was poor old Perkins, and he's been pinged holding the sausage. Unbelievable. There's Jeremy Clayton now talking to the umpire.
I think he's asking the question, how can you possibly have paid that?
Yeah.
He's want to be quiet because the umpire might give him a 25-metre penalty and take Logan into rule range.
Yeah, well, look, I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's pretty hard to get the ball out, isn't it, when you're in the bottom of the pack. As Logan kicking to the Broadway Hotel end, kicking into the breeze, as we mentioned a few moments ago. The kick now, the high ball, big pack flies offhand, taken by Archie. Tries to run the gauntlet. The Bays have the numbers there. The ball comes out to Smith, but he tackled high by Miller. Noted the umpire. Out comes Perry. He can't do much with it. Or was Wakeland, in actual fact. Oh, beautifully taken by Logan. He gave it to Mules. Mules now to Backwell. Backwell dodges around, then bombs the ball in towards full forward. It's going to go through for the minor score, though. Bays doing well into the breeze. 5-4-34. The Magpies are 5 goals, 1-31 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
Perry brings it out from fullback, gave it to Jeremy Clayton, who took the mark and played on and rebounded from defensive 50, looking for the player in Leeds. Oh, he's taken high by Doldie. Good umpiring in the right spot. So Dolding certainly wasn't malicious, but it was certainly high. And Lees has got the free kick in between half-back and centre wing on the grandstand side. RPH football, thanks to Angus Securities this afternoon. Instalment 2 of the blockbusters this weekend. Lees went back to Perry. Great vision, great kick. Ends up with Archie in the centre. He handballs off to Cracker. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Cameron Miller, he took the footy, then was wrapped up by Mules. The ball is spilt free. Archie read it beautifully. Handball to the running Micklejohn. He booms long to the Jetty Road Traders end and will miss to the near side. So the Maggies 5-2-32, the Bays 5-4-34, and thanks to the Grand Central time clock, we're ticking into, well, what you'd say around about 7 minutes of the second term.
Okay, the Bays already have it at centre wing with Fisher now, who comes up towards the lead of Dolby. He takes the mark, and he gets a shove in the back with a 25.
Should have been. Should have been.
The umpire says no, and it'll be Doldig now driving the Bays forward with a drop punt up towards half forward. Players will set themselves in the back. It's a good mark for the Tigers, a PDK highlight.
No, it's in the back. He's paid in the back.
He's paid in the back.
Unbelievable.
Well, he was right there, though. He must have seen it, so he wouldn't have paid it otherwise, Smitty.
Well, he didn't remember it. I just thought the Sugars had his hands up high, above everybody, so...
Well, he did. He must have marked the ball, but what he did before that, obviously, is the ball now with Eve at grandstand side, half-back playing. He goes into the centre, looking there for McCrae. Almost took it off hands, beautifully read by Sherwood. He's had a bounce. Will he go on with the job? He goes up towards half-forward. Oh, Sugars had his pants almost pulled off. The umpire says play on, comes to McConnell. The kick towards goal. I think he's put it through McConnell. That's a PDK highlight, and it is a sausage roll to the Tigers. They go to 6 goals, 4-40 on the Tapestry Line scoreboard, and the Magpies 5-2-32.
Yeah, McConnell, a great goal kicker, isn't he, when he gets the ball, gets hold of it inside 50, and just he knows where to go. And good play again by the player from the Tigers, who actually was pulled down, and as you heard TB say, he almost had his pants pulled down, but no free kick given. The ball was actually rolling away from him, and just can't understand why the free kick wasn't given.
Indeed. So the Bays have got one on the board, important one at the Broadway Hotel end, going into the breeze thanks to wetsuit coolers. Angus Securities game of the day. Ball back in the centre. Summerton gave it to Cameron Miller, who gave it to Murray. Murray went wide. Tex Perkins leaves it for Harry Miller. He's on centre wing on the outer side. He kicks it long with the breeze to the Jetty Road Traders end. Punched forward by Rudolph. I think it might have been on that occasion, or Sherwood. Ends up with Jeremy Clayton. Handballs to Harry M. Miller. Harry M. goes to Summerton. He's tackled immediately. Good pressure by the Bays in defensive 50. Ends up with Gilhouse. Was he taken high? No. Into the path of Harry M. He can go on the left boot, and it's going to come back, though. And a free kick will go to Port Adelaide, though. And it's going to, I think, Summerton is the recipient.
It's interesting there, Paul, because the umpire was actually looking at the goal umpire to see if that ball had gone through for a goal. Normally in that situation, they will call play on because it's been a goal and advantage is paid. But for some reason, he's called it back, and the player who's going to kick the goal, or will have a shot at goal, is Cracker. And he's on that outer side, so don't know why that wasn't allowed to be advantage, but we'll get your summation on that in a moment, DB. But Cracker now lining up from around about 35 metres out, kicking to the Jetty Road Traders end, comes in, just stabs at the ball and kicks truly. So he's got his first, and Port now have got their 6th. They go to 6 goals too. 38. That's his second, sorry. They go to 6 goal to 38. Trailing the Tigers 6-4-40. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. 10 minutes gone, courtesy of Grand Central, and just as well the goal was scored, DB.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. I thought he may have paid advantage because the ball did go through initially, but Cracker anyway made a certainty of it, and all of a sudden we've got a very good game here. Just 2 points of difference in favour of the Tigers, but the Magpies have the breeze at their back to the Jetty Road Traders end. Paul Blandis.
2 goals from free kicks to Port Adelaide, 1 to Glenelg.
Okay, umpire in the centre about to bounce the ball. Down it goes. Up they go. Mickeljohn and Gillhouse. Gillhouse got the tap. Ball bounced awfully. Taken by Logan. He's over the shoulder. That'll be a free kick to Logan. You can see it from here. And the umpire was right there to adjudicate. So Logan now immediately brings ball to the grandstand side, though. Gee whiz, that was a rip snorter over the top of Miller as the ball now taken by Kane. He bangs it towards full forward. Players set themselves up to mark back there, though. I think it's Daldig who's gone up and taken a screamer in the square. 2 PDK highlight, one followed by another one. Darryl Smith, a magnificent mark by Salapak, and now Daldig has pulled down one in the square. Should make no mistake. Goes back and goes bang through for his second goal. And the Bays answering the challenges here. 7 goals, 446 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Port Adelaide 6 goals to 38.
They certainly are answering the call, and what a magnificent mark there. Salopek absolutely huge. We see Willoughby coming on, and the player coming off for the Tigers is Murphy, courtesy of our good friends at Jarvis Forth. But Salopek getting that mark as virtually as he hit the ground, handled the ball to Logan. Logan kicked it in long, and in the goal square, Daldig took a PDK mark with a pack of players forming. Just stood strong and tall and took a great mark and kicked his second goal. So the Tigers certainly answering the challenge here from the Port Adelaide Magpies.
So ball back in the centre. This game is living up to all expectations. We'll get a comment from you about the crowd in a minute, Smithy, but I reckon it's pretty positive, that's for sure, down here on Sunday afternoon football. Angus Security's game of the day on RPH. Is there any other way to listen to it? No, there's not. That's why we're here. Ball back in the centre. And it was bounced down, and a few players...
Oh, gee, was picked the free kick out of that.
He did, somehow. Jeremy Clayton was pushed in the back, according to the umpire. Handball to Brad Ebert, I beg your pardon. Kicks inside 50. Lacroix couldn't take the mark. Sherwood did it beautifully. The Forest, is he pushed in the back and hurled without it? The umpire said no. Is he taken too high? Yes. Went to Salopek. Salopek goes to the door, the hinge. He goes back to McConnell. They're rebounding from defensive 50. McConnell got one high, but he played on with it and kicks it to Backwell, but it's out of bounds on the full. So Smithfield crashed Clanger.
How could the umpire not see that McConnell was hit high there?
Not sure. Probably looking into the sun. Smithy might be the answer to that. Smithfield crashed Clanger by both McConnell and the umpire. De Pasquale has got it in front of the RPH commentary crew. Grandstand side, centre wing, and he kicks it now. Inside forward 50. Rudolph from behind couldn't take the mark. Reading it beautifully was Sherwood. Into the back was a Port Adelaide player from Rudolph. No, said the umpire, and it will be a ball up in around about the northwestern corner of Challenge Recruitment Oval, Jetty Road Traders End. Make sure you get down there, that's for sure. It is a great part of the world. And we've gone around about 12 and a half minutes thanks to Grand Central in the second term. 46-38 Tapestry Wine scoreboard for the Bays. The Maggie's kicking with the breeze thanks to Wetsuit Coolers. Ball up, ended up with Gillhouse. Hand passed into the path of Salopek. The kick forward by Cameron Miller. Ended up with Willoughby. Sherwood, I beg your pardon. Here handball to Hinge. Rebounds from defensive 50 now. The kick looking for Kirkby. The ball is a loose one. Backwell will run onto it. He decides to stop the left-handed hand pass to Salopek. He got round Tex Perkins. He got round 3 Maggies and then was tackled. That's holding the ball as far as I'm concerned. Ends up with Perry. He gave it to the player there in Cracker. Jeremy Clayton tapped it on. Lees of Murray is caught with it. That's holding the ball. Gee, I think they could have played the first one myself. Salopek took on 2 challenges, Smithy. Yeah, they're saying that Salopek actually handballed the ball away, but I'll tell you what, Backwell got hit after he got rid of the ball, and I know the free kick is actually going to the Glenelg player in, is that, no, Fisher. Fisher, 25 metres. Yeah, 25 metres, because that was put down. That's 50 metres. Well, because Backwell was put down after he got rid of the ball. So Fisher's got it. Is he going to handball off to McConnell? No. So Fisher can go long into the breeze. He does that. It's a nice looking kick into the goal square. Kirkby from behind. Can he take the mark? Yes, he can. That's good footy by the Bays. Good kick, Fisher, to the hot spot. Yeah, it certainly was, but he caught him from behind, but actually the ball was dropping forward. He made his way to the front of the pack, didn't he? And he just took it strongly right in front of the whole pack. Kirkby now will kick from around about 15 metres out, directly in front, kicking to the Broadway Hotel end. So Kirkby comes in now. Kick is on its way. He has kicked truly, and the Tigers have got their 8th goal on the board. They got 8 goals for 52, leading Port Adelaide 6-2-38. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard, and Grand Central says we've played 15
15 minutes of this second quarter, and certainly after the first quarter, Port Adelaide kicking 4 goals into the breeze. Well, now the Tigers have already kicked 3. We've only played 15 minutes of this second quarter. Some interchanges, DB?
Yeah, Kirk on, Gillhouse off for the Bays, and coming on is Polton for the Magpies, and off is Murray. Both changes courtesy of Jarvis Ford.
Game high lead to the Bays of 14 points.
Yes, and I noticed Perry arguing with the umpire. He thought he was in front and had first possession of that ball. The umpire ruled the mark had been taken. Up they go. Kirk got high. The ball to ground. In there was momentarily there. Somewhat on the ball, though, in the at the bottom of the pack. But the Tigers have it through Ruwalt. He's pulled it down to the ground by, I think it was Greenwood. Not too sure, to be honest with you. But
I'll tell you what, Beck was still suffering after that collision.
Yeah, but he's in the middle of the square at the moment as the umpire's going to bounce it down. Beautiful bounce again. Up they go. Tapped down by Kirk. Emerging with the footy there was Logan. Got it out to Backwell. Backwell goes up towards half-forward. Dolding in front out the back. Has he taken the mark? He has. Good mark. PDK highlight. He plays on now. Will swing the ball to the outer side there. He's looking for Cameron Miller, who's coming. In fact, it was Cracker running onto the footy though and kicking it forward there was it Summerton now. The Pies have the ball. It ends up back here with Summerton, who puts it in towards Hargraves, who takes the mark. Good football by the Magpies from half back, and that's a PDK highlight. Smitty, right from the last line of defence down there to centre half forward.
Oh gee, the pace of Cracker too across that outer side was absolutely fantastic. He just took off, got the ball back from giving the ball up in the first place, but seeing Summerton also, then Summerton looked up and saw Hargraves right at the centre half forward spot, no one on him, and kicked truly. So Hargraves now has got a chance at the Jetty Road Traders end here of Challenge Recruitment Oval, coming in from 40 metres out. The kick is on its way, and the goal umpire has not moved. Hargraves has got 3, and Port Adelaide now have got their 7th. They go to 7 goals to 44, trailing the Tigers by 8 points, who are on 8-4-52. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Grand Central Time Clock says we've played 18 minutes of this second quarter, and we have got a crackerjack game here on Angus Securities Game of the Day on RPH 1197 with Paul Blandis, Dennis Brown and Daryl Smith.
So it has lived up to all expectations. Mardling waiting to come onto the ground thanks to Jarvis Ford. We saw him before the game, Paul, DB and I walked past him, and fair dinkum, he could ride in this year's Melbourne Cup. Well, he might do. We'll just have to wait and see. Spring Carnival not far away. Ball back in the centre. Micklejohn tapping it down, but good roving on that occasion by Kirk. Gave it to Josh Willoughby. Kicks into the path of Kirkby. He was pushed in the back. Gave it back to Willoughby. Good footy there to Ruwalt. He bursts inside 50 to the Broadway Hotel end. Have they responded in 20 seconds to face? They have. Ruwalt is pumped. That is a PDK highlight, Daryl Smith. They go to 9-4-58 the base. Port Adelaide 7-2-44. Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
Yeah, we always talk about and emphasise how important it is to get the ball out of the centre square, and that's what the Tigers did then. But the way they shared the ball around was absolutely fantastic. It ended up with Ruwalt, who ran to inside 50, used his pace as well, and kicked truly to the Broadway Hotel end for his goal. And just what the Tigers did in an answer like that. And it's interesting to see that Ruwalt is on that outer side of the ground. Crackers, his opponent, stands at sort of the half-back flank area. Ruwalt on the wing on his own.
Umpire to bounce the ball again. Goal for goal here at Challenge Recruitment. Up they go. The ball is straight into a pack of players, and a free kick has been found. It's going the way of Logan. He fires out the handball. Away goes Willoughby. Willoughby on the right boot. Not a good kick off the boot, so that'll be awkward when it bounces, and that's exactly what happened. The umpire found a free kick, and it's going to go the way of the Magpies. Mark Clayton for obviously something there.
Hanging on, yep.
Okay, the ball's going to be kicked out here to Cameron Miller, who's on the grandstand side now, just backward of centre wing, then puts it right up towards half forward. Players will set themselves. Hargraves at the back, got rid of...
push.
Now he's paid a push in the back, and Hargraves has told the umpire he's something or other. It's a Smithfield crash flanger, I think, because looks like
a good mark.
Looked like he got rid of him with his chest.
It was actually interesting because the runner from Port Adelaide was standing in between him and the umpire and pushed him back to get back to his position. As we see Miller coming on, and the player coming on was Mardling.
Okay, well that's almost a 75-metre penalty now. As Rudolph has got the kick in towards the lead of big Kirkby, who takes the mark, Smitty.
Could it be a 2-goal turnaround? Hargraves thought he had, and here comes Hargraves coming off now. So Timmy Ginnivan and the boys in the box next to us would not be too happy, as Kirkby, who's already kicked one, will kick from around about 45 metres. Hargraves coming off. The player coming on for Port Adelaide is Perry. And now in he comes Kirkby. The kick is on its way, and he has tried to bring it back with the breeze, but didn't do enough with it. So a point on the board. So they go to 9 goals, 5-59. leading Port Adelaide 7-2-44.
The ball was kicked out from the defensive 50 by Di Pasquale, the centre wing grandstand side. It was taken by Adam Fisher. The hand pass ends up with a Love Chocolate Biachi. Goes to Clayton of the Jeremy variety. He comes inboard to Summerton. The umpire ducks down to Leon to take that mark. The kick by Summerton into the path of Cracker. Takes the mark, plays on, bounces inside 50 to the Jetty Road Traders in. It's a shootout at the Change Recruitment. And the Maggies have got their 8th. Cracker's got his 3rd. They go to 8-2-50. The Bays are 9-5-59. Tapestry Wine scoreboard. 20 minutes gone thanks to Grand Central.
Yeah, Mark Micken might have to do a change on Cracker on that outer wing. He's kicked 3 goals so far, and his blistering pace is a real worry for the Tigers at the moment. He's getting out on his own and using the ball very well. Runs and bounces with it, and they haven't got anyone with pace to go with him at this stage. Mark Micken and the boys, Stephen Rowe, will have to look at that change at some stage.
Murray on and Ebert off for the Port Adelaide side, courtesy of Jarvis Ford down there at Jeff's Cross. The umpire to bounce the ball in the centre. Up she goes. Kirk over the top, got the tap down, running onto it should be Logan. Oh, he fell over just as he went to pick up the footy. This is allowed them. No, the umpire's paid the free kick, and it's going to come back here to Logan. I thought he fell over, to be honest with you, Smitty.
No, I think it was after that when he went down the ground that someone actually landed on top of him, mate.
Okay, well, Logan now with the footy. Got a lead out wide from Mules. That's the way the footy goes. And Mules now at the backward of centre wing will chip it over the top, looking for Hinges, run to space and taken the mark. May have got one after he marked it. The umpire said no, he didn't. You're imagining things, DB? I don't think so. As it comes to Mules now, he dodges past an opponent, runs to the 50 and bangs a long one towards full forward. Up they fly. The ball thumped away. It's in that left full forward pocket at the Broadway Hotel. And a chance now for Cameron Miller. Picks it up, blazes it out towards the half-back of Lux of Fortune because Polton, no, he dropped the mark. Here's a chance now for Murphy. Murphy gets the handball over. Chance now for Salafek in towards full forward. Big pack of players. Off hands though, taken by Di Pasquale for the Magpies, and they bring it out towards half-back bank. And taken by Sugars. Sugars with a handball around the body there. The player there was that Kane up towards full forward, almost the mark to Rudolph. Off hands into the open goal goes Marty. And the Bays have replied again. So it's certainly goal for goal. As the Tigers go to 10 goals, 5. That's 65. Port Adelaide 8-2-50 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
Yeah, that ball came in, and I thought Jeff Smith had enough of that to hang on to it, and I thought he might have been paid a mark, but it came out, slipped out, and every good young rover or forward player needs to be in the front of the pack, and that is exactly where Marnie was. He picked up and ran into this goal square and kicked his first, and a great reply by the Tigers. Into the breeze this quarter, they have actually added 5 goals, so, and whereas Port Adelaide kicking with the breeze so far have managed just 3.
Ball back in the centre. The ball up ends up with Murray. He's wrapped up by Fisher in the tackle, so into time on by about a couple of minutes here, thanks to Grand Central. Tapestry Wine scoreboard 65-50. Great game on the New Securities game of the day. The secondary ball up was taken by Murray. Gets a kick round the corner, but in front of Mardling is Ben Kane. He marks on at half back on the outer side at the Jetty Road Traders end. Kicks inside the centre square to Backwell. He handballs off to Salopek. The kick is a beauty. Sugars, who's been prominent and involved in this contest so far. He's got it centre wing on the outer side. He's going to kick in short. Kick to the leading Kirkby, who's been good in this second quarter. The ball comes through Jeremy Clayton. He does it beautifully from half back on the outer side. The kick was a Smithfield crash clanger. Chancing his arm beautifully was Ben Kane. Picked it up absolutely superbly on the half volley. Inside forward 50 with Smith being held. The umpire said not. It falls into Adam Fisher's lap. He kicks it into the goal square. Going back McConnell. Oh, great effort. Has it gone through for a rush behind? Yes, it has. Good work by Lees. So the Bays are 10-6-66. The Battle of Hastings yet again on RPH footy. The Maggies are 8-2-50.
Right, the kick out now. Good kick taken out there by Perkins for the Magpies. They're out there at half-back on the outer side for the Magpies. He goes up toward, oh, there's a push in the back there. I saw the umpire says play on as it comes to Sherwood. He breaks away. Has a bounce now for the Bays, I should say. Gave it there to Fisher. Fisher now gave it to, I think it was Duldy, who comes in towards the player there in Sugars, who tries to hold onto the footy. Gets it out though, but only as far as the Pies. There's Cracker again emerging with the footy. He gets a kick. Here's danger because I think it's Mardling who's got the footy now. Little Mardling will tip it to a couple of Pies. One of those is Lacroix, and Lacroix's got the mark at centre half forward for the Magpies. Daryl Smith.
Yeah, Mardling left all on his own, wasn't he? He looked up and there was 2 players he can choose from. One was Biachi, another one was Lacroix. Lacroix's marked the ball. We'll get the changes courtesy of Jarvis Ford in just a moment. Now Lacroix will kick from around about 45 metres out, virtually directly in front. Comes in now, jabs at the ball and kicks truly. He's got his first, and we've got a shootout out here at the Challenger Recruitment Oval. Port Adelaide have got their ninth. They go to 9 goals to 56. Trailing the Tigers 10-6-66. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Grand Central Time Clock says we've played 22 minutes of this second quarter. Great game of footy here on Angus Security's Game of the Day.
It is indeed. So 10 points the margin. 19 goals, 8 in a half of footy in the middle of winter. You'd take that any day. And we can tell you thanks to Wetsuit Coolers. The breeze coming from the Broadway Hotel Inn, going towards the Jetty Road Traders Inn. And the Angus Securities Game of the Day, instalment 2 of the blockbusters this weekend. And it isn't a surprise or a coincidence that it's on RPH Football, the SANFL specialist. Ball back in the centre. Bounced down by the umpire, Gilhouse and Micklejohn. It was tapped down into the path of Jeremy Clayton. Oh, he rode the bum absolutely superbly. A PDK highlight to the almost BIG. Nathan Cracker kicks into the path of Brad Murray. He marks in between centre wing and half forward on the outer side at the Jetty Road Traders End. Kicks into the centre. Oh, Logan takes the mark. That's got to be 25. Greenwood just flew through the air and took him over the jar of chutney. Logan hands off to Ruwalt. Ruwalt kicks into the kicks into the path of Kirkby. Wheels round onto the left boot. Kicks to the leading Sugars, who's been very impressive this afternoon. Number 18 for the Bays, Brad Sugars, in game number 2. Kicks inside 50. Backwell takes a PDK highlight of a mark. He's poleaxed. Nothing untoward, and we'll go back to the Broadway Hotel and Darryl Smith.
I'll tell you, that was great play by Kirkby there. Because of his size, to get around those small Port Adelaide players and get the ball in ball was fantastic. But Backwell's courage there, you can never, ever underestimate his courage, and he took a great mark. And he's going to go back from around about 40 metres out, directly in front, kicking to the Broadway Hotel end. So he's already kicked one, has Backwell. Comes in now from 40 metres, 45 metres out, and he's hooked the ball around. It's going to go through for a minor score. So another point on the board for the Tigers. They go to 10-7-67, leading by 11 points over Port Adelaide, 9-56.
Archie to bring the ball back in here. It was a good mark by Logan too in the centre. That was a PDK highlight as well, as Archie now goes to the outer side with a big drop punt. Up they fly. Oh, high was Perkins. The ball to ground though. The Bays there have the numbers. When Gilhouse put his head down, then there's Barchi. Was he hung on to it? He was, but the umpire didn't see it now. Here's a chance for Mark Clayton streaming through the centre. He'll bomb it up towards half forward on the grandstand side. Because Hargraves, they won't take this one off him. He was in there and he's letting the umpire know. That's fraught with danger. As he goes back and will kick for goal, and this goal will put the Pies to within 5 points, Darryl Smith.
Yeah, if he kicks the goal, he's already kicked 3. He's causing a bit of a problem up there as we see De Pasquale coming on, off, and Ebert coming on, courtesy of Jarvis Ford. And Hargraves, he's had one taken away from him, then was taken off the ground for giving away not just a 25-metre penalty, but a 75-metre penalty. And all of a sudden now Hargraves at the other end has a shot at goal on the Jetty Road Traders End. And in he comes now from around about 45 metres out. The kick is on its way. Kicks it low, kicks it hard, and he has kicked truly. He's got his 4th, and we have got a great game of football here at the Challenger Recruitment Oval. And now all of a sudden Port Adelaide are 5 points behind. They go to 10 goals to, that is 62. Australian Glenelg 10-7-67. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Courtesy of our good friends at Man's Mitre 10. I can tell you the West Coast Eagles 15-15, leading the Kangaroos 13-10, and West Adelaide 9-6, leading South Adelaide 4-5.
Thanks to Man's Mitre 10's Kitchens and Bathrooms, Port Road at Albert Park. Those scores from around the grounds. And Angus Securities, the fixed interest specialist on RPH, the SANFL specialist. What a game of footy. Ball back in the centre, taken by Backwell. Hand passes to Murphy. Murphy goes to Fisher. All by hand, those transactions. Ends up with Fisher, who kicks into the forward 50. Tex Perkins couldn't take it. He grabs the footy now. Was he grabbed without the footy? No. Mark Clayton with his head over the footy. Now, it was actually Tex Perkins. A delayed reaction by the umpire. I called it early, and it was. So, Tex Perkins, hand pass to Mark Clayton. That's holding the ball. Darryl Smith, did he have enough time to get rid of the footy?
Well, he didn't have enough time, did he? And the umpire turned around and penalised him. And I think Mark Clayton is saying, well, hang on, I didn't get enough time. But I don't think that he actually thought it was going to come back to him. No. I think that was the key to it, and it surprised him. But anyway, we've got the player for the Tigers in Doldig having a shot on goal. He's kicked 2 goals, 1 so far today. And we're having a shootout down here at the Bay. So in comes Doldig now. From around about 45 metres out, he kicks it low and hard and strong, and he kicks his 2nd goal. He kicks his 3rd goal, I should say, and kicking it to the Broadway Hotel in a great kick. So they've now got 11 goals, 7. That is 73, leading the Port Adelaide side 10-62. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. And guys, this is the sort of football you'd like to see, where two sides are going at it, kicking goal for goal, and it's a real open-ended game.
It is indeed, and we spoke about it off air after Matthew Doldig kicked his first goal number 100 at senior football level. So fantastic performance. His tally is now 102, and he's been a good player today, Smithy.
He certainly has been. He's been a target up there, hasn't he? And he's given Mark Clayton a bit of a runaround so far.
Up they go, the ball in the centre once again, obviously, as it comes here to the player in Murray, tips it off the boot, ends up here with Cameron Miller, who bombs a long one, goes right up towards the 10-metre arc, almost marked there by Hargrave, couldn't do so. In there's Lacroix on that last one.
Too high.
Had his head pulled off for the bays, and the umpire said the ball was held to him. I think his head was held to him, Smithy.
Unbelievable.
So the umpire's going to ball it up now. Right, only about 15 metres away from the Port goal. Comes down and kick around the body. This will be a miracle goal, but it's away to the left-hand side. The player there in question was Daniel Lees. So the minor score recorded to the Magpies. They go to 10-3-63. Glenelg 11-7-73 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. The ball to be brought back into play by McConnell. What will he do? He's got a lead from Fisher, ignores that. He's going to bring it to the grandstand side. There's Logan's loose there inside the defensive 50. Still with the footy, he'll be asked to play on shortly. So he's going to go to the outer side in actual fact and finds the player in Rudolph. So Rudolph now with the ball back pocket, outer side. Now he'll bring it inboard to Logan, and Logan takes the mark. He was loose in the first instance. He's got McConnell running past, decides to handball to him. He'll go short to Kane. They're still in the defensive 50, so 3 kicks and they haven't moved out of the defensive 50. Now they will as the siren goes, and what a great first half of footy here at Challenge Recruitment with...
Right down here.
Is there? Okay, umpire about to get this game underway. The premiership quarter, as we call it, Smitty, with the Tigers leading by 10 points. And, of course, they are kicking now with the breeze at their back to the Jetty Road Traders end. The umpire holds the ball aloft. The siren sounds. And the third quarter underway. Umpire throws the ball up. Who's going to get it? Not a decisive tap, but it came to Jeremy Clayton, who immediately put the Pies up towards to Wakeland, who's taken the mark at centre-half forward. That might be a match-winning move by coach Timmy Jennifer, because immediately Wakeland's put it into the arms of Lacroix, who normally plays at centre-half forward, and Lacroix will go back and a kick for goal at the Jetty... no, he won't. He'll kick for goal at the Broadway Hotel end, Smitty.
He will too. He's on about a 50-degree angle, only around about 30 metres out. And there's a good kick from Wakeland to spot Lacroix running through into that space. So Lacroix coming in. Kick is on its way, and he has guided it straight through the middle. He's got his second, and just the start that Port wanted in this third quarter, kicking the first goal of the quarter. They go to 11 goals, 3, 69, trailing the Tigers 11-7-73. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Just the start that the Magpies wanted, kicking into that breeze, boys.
Indeed, great work by Lacroix, great player last weekend. And he's now got a couple on the board, and coming into the game as it goes further, Wakeland involved, standing John Hinge, so 2 AFL listed players against each other, and Tapestry Wine scoreboard 22 goals, 10 early in the third quarter.
Now Lacroix is at centre-half forward. I think Wakeland must be paying out of a pocket.
Yeah, I think he is too. Yeah, Hargraves is at full forward, Miller in the other pocket.
Ball back in the centre. It was tapped down by Michael John into the path of Greenwood. Jeremy Clayton did it beautifully. The hand pass in between traffic ends up though with Fisher to Salopek. He get it stolen out of his hands. Ends up now with the player in the centre in Polton, I think it might have been. In fact, no, it wasn't. It was Lacroix. Ends up though with Murphy. Centre wing out aside. The handball backwards to McConnell. He gets around to the love shot. Biaggi only just, and then threw it away. The umpire, did he see that or not? No, he didn't. Fisher picks it up. The left-footed kick going towards a half-forward flank and going back and taking a good mark, a relieving mark is Jeremy Clayton. He transfers play to the grandstand side. The kick's an absolute Peter Carr highlight to Polton. Takes the mark, plays onto the run of Brad Ebert. It bounces in front of him. Murphy's approaching, but Ebert with some poise and some class kicks it deep inside 50 at the Broadway Hotel end. Harry Miller taps the ball to himself. Wheels round on the left boot. The Maggies have got another point on the scoreboard. They go to 11-4-70. The Bays are 11-7-73. Tapestry Wine scoreboard. We've gone 2.5 minutes of the premiership quarter thanks to Grand Central on RPH footy.
Yeah, probably should have done more of that with Miller, because he had a golden opportunity there to get another goal on the board for his side and missed to the far side.
Just running too quickly, I think, Smitty.
Yep.
Has the ball now with Hinge. He'll go. Oh, that was short with danger, but Fisher's taken the mark. Back pocket, outer side. So Fisher now for the Tigers. The lead from Willoughby is ignored. Now another lead from Murphy, ignores that. And Willoughby goes to the other back pocket. He'll be told to play on shortly, you would think. And now he goes to the lead. It'll be a free kick to the player in front for the Tigers. He paid advantage. Now it'll come back. The Port Adelaide player jumped too high. And the free kick to Marnie, who gives it back to Fisher now on the 1-2. Fisher now on the right boot, goes towards centre wing, clears the pack out the back there. There's a chance there for Logan, I think it was. He couldn't take the ball. Oh, the handball from the Port Adelaide player end up with Kane. Kane will give it to Murphy, who's run down there from half back, covered a lot of ground, goes with a sweeping handball. It comes to Logan. Logan has a touch of the fumble. Consequently, the ball spills loose. It's into a pack of players and will be a ball up now. Emerging with the footy is Perkins for the Pies. Love that, Perkins for the Pies. As it comes towards centre wing now. Chance for Jeremy Clayton. The handball's a gem. Comes to Summit and he'll chip it up to Lacroix. Most leads in actual fact. Now Lacroix takes the mark. And just one little fumble, Smitty. And all of a sudden the Magpies are going to shoot for goal. Lacroix runs around the man on the mark. Handballs to Lees. Lees is left for his put through. Gee whiz. The Pies are in front here at the Bay Oval. They go to 12 goals, 476. The Tigers 11-7, 73 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
Yeah, great play by the Port Adelaide Magpies on that outer side of the wing in, and ended up with Lacroix. Lacroix actually went back and thought he was going to have a shot, then played on, got past his direct opponent, saw Lees on the inside of him, gave it to Lees, and Lees snapped truly for his first goal to the Broadway Hotel end. So all of a sudden, the Magpies are in front after trailing by 10 points at half-time.
And they're kicking into the breeze of the Broadway Hotel end. The breeze, of course, brought to us by Wetsuit Coolers. That's the first time they have been in front since the 10-minute mark of the first quarter, Smithy. And it's taken by Greenwood. He kicks it now into the forward 50. Wakeland couldn't take the mark. It was really sort of perceived pressure there, as it turned out. Ends up with Sherwood. He gave it to Fisher. And they're at centre wing on the outer side. Pushing the back to Kirkby. The umpire saw it. It was as plain as day. He's going to come in board and find the Cotter hairdo of Murphy. Murphy, number 23, he takes it and plays on. Oh, he kicks to the leading Smith at the front of the pack. Roving it absolutely beautifully was Mahoney. And he kicks it round to the Jetty Road Traders end. And a play on words there, his name is actually Marnie, but it's spelled Mahoney, and he kicks it behind. He's 11-8, 74 are the Bays. The Maggies are 12-4, 76 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. M. Clayton to bring it in from the Jetty Road Traders end.
Yes, and he'll go to the outer side with a thumping kick into the breeze. Oh, was the player being held on to? No, said the umpire. A chance now for Perkins. Gets a handball out wide. They're running now as Polton got it on the left boot up there looking for Lacroix. The ball out the back. The Bays have the numbers running there, or the handball ended up now with Hinge. Hinge runs to the outer side, throws it on the right boot. A thumping kicker goes up towards centre wing. Off hands though. The ball thumped away and it's gone out of bounds between centre wing and half forward outer side for the Tigers. And funny you should say that, because there used to be an actor years ago called Jock Mahoney and was spelled exactly the same way, and they pronounced it Mahoney.
Exactly. So boundary line throwing in between half forward and centre wing on the outer side, favouring Glenelg, who were kicking with the breeze thanks to Wetsuit Coolers. It was taken from the boundary line throwing by Summerton. He gave to Greenwood. Greenwood with the left booted kick into the path of Lacroix, but the boundary line beats both he and Sherwood over the boundary line to the left of the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. 2 points to the margin. Angus Security's game of the day. And we've gone, thanks to Grand Central, around about 5 3/4 minutes of the Premiership quarter. Darryl Smith.
We certainly have, and gee whiz, Glenelg got to get something going here. Port Adelaide making all the play at the moment.
Coming home with the breeze will be the Maggies. The boundary line throw-in. A player held with that, I would have thought was Murray, tackled by Fisher. Now it's gone back to that player Murray. He's tackled again by Fisher. And the umpire comes in and says, no, everything's all kosher. So a lot of players around the football. Micklejohn and Gilhouse will do battle as far as the big men are concerned. But on this occasion, it was Lacroix. Punches it down only so far as Sherwood. Ends up with Salopek. Salopek with a hand pass to Backwell. The left-footed kick into the path of Logan. Rebounding from defensive 50. It's now at centre wing grandstand side. Tex Perkins comes into play. Has a bounce if you don't mind. He's going to go back in board and he finds Clayton of the Jeremy variety. Comes further back in board and finds Summerton.
They're just taking control now, aren't they, Port Adelaide?
They are indeed. So Summerton goes to the leading player in Wakeland. Oh, it's punched down into the path of Cameron Miller. He gets a kick under it. It goes to the goal square. Hargraves, does he take the mark? No. Lees, was he tackled without the footy? Hargraves, great recovery. Ends up now with Cracker. Can he go round and kick his fourth? No, he can't. He misses to the near side. The Yankees 12-5-77. The Bays are 11-8-74. Tapestry Wine scoreboard. 7.5 minutes gone on the Grand Central time clock.
You're just getting the pressure and the impression that Port Adelaide are stepping up their work rate because they are first at the ball at the moment.
Okay, the kick short now from McConnell. Finds, I think it was Willoughby. Willoughby kicks now to the half-back flank on the grandstand side, taken by Kane. He's away and had a bounce already. Then throws it on the right boot towards half-forward. Doldig was in front. Mark Clayton at the back. The ball clears both of them. Now runs into the defensive 50 for the Pies. Picked up by Clayton. Went looking for Perkins. The ball fell short. One of the Bay players grabbed it, and he's been taken over the boundary line with the ball for a boundary throw. And that Bay player there was Rory Kirkby. So there'll be a throw-in just inside the 50 grandstand side as the ball comes spinning back into play for the Tigers. Up they go. Oh, taken out of the wall, attempted to be taken out by Smith. He was pulled off the footy and didn't have it. The ball ends up now into a pack of players, and there'll be a ball up. So unlucky there, the Bays not to get a free kick there, Smith.
Yeah, he certainly was taken in the middle back and then pulled off the ball. So very, very unlucky for the Tigers.
Bounced inside the 50. Oh, big thump forward there by Sugars, but only as far there as Archie, who thumps it towards the outer side. Leading in the race for the ball is Polton. Will it sit for him? It will. He gets past Marty too easily for mine. Former teammate, and kicks it up towards centre wing. And out on the lead. Is that Lacroix? It is Lacroix. So Lacroix now on the left boot will chip it over the top. And the mark taken for them by Ebert. So Ebert now backward of the half-forward flank. But Nick bombs a high ball inside the 50. Oh, Hargrave got rid of his opponent with a fair dinkum shove, and the umpire said that's okay, you can push him in the chest, and that's exactly what Hargraves did, Smitty.
Yeah, just too much strength by Hargraves, wasn't it? So he's going to kick from underneath the Tapestry Wine scoreboard, which shows that Port Adelaide are 3 points in front, 77 plays 74. Grand Central time clock says we played 8 minutes of this premiership quarter, the third quarter. Hargraves, an opportunity, has already kicked 4, going to the Broadway Hotel and here at Challenger Recruitment. The kick is on its way. And the kick has gone through for his fifth. And he doesn't mind celebrating a goal, I must admit, his old Hargraves. Celebrates like anyone else can. And he's got his fifth. And all of a sudden now the Magpies have stretched their lead out. 13 goals, 5-83. They lead by 9 points over the Tigers, 11-8-74. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. And I can tell you, courtesy of our good friends at Mans Mitre 10, Geelong, 11-8 are leading the Adelaide Crows, 6-7. And that's courtesy of Mans Mitre 10, kitchens and bathrooms.
Now, Smitty said he celebrates like anyone else can, but in actual fact, he celebrates a little bit differently to other people.
Well, he certainly does.
The old DH, Daniel Hargraves, number 23 for Port Adelaide. He's been a good player this afternoon. He's kicked 5 straight from my budget, as far as that's concerned. Ball back in the centre, taken by Harry and Miller on that occasion. He couldn't get a hand pass out. It goes into the path of Marnie. His hand pass was fantastic to Logan. Logan goes to Salopek, who's running towards the Jetty Road Traders in outside 50. The kick is long to the goal square. Going back and taking a mark almost was a Glenelg player in Rory Kirkby, and the ball's gone out of bounds. So certainly good distance with the kick from Stephen Salopek.
He certainly was. I thought the umpire was actually going to pay the mark then.
Yes, well, lucky he didn't. So Port Adelaide 13-5-83, Glenelg 11-8-74, 19 scoring shots to 18. The game is evenly poised as we speak. The boundary line thrown was tapped down by Micklejohn into the path of Sugars. The kick has been marked millimetres from the goal line by Corey Archie at the Jetty Road Traders, and he plays on immediately and goes to Murray. Oh, I missed him, and goes Lees, in between Lees and Murray, picked up by Logan, snaps around the corner and misses. Gee, that was a Smithfield crash clanger by the Maggies on that occasion. And the Bays going to 11-9-75. The Maggies are 13-5-83. Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
Courtesy of Mans Mitre 10, West Adelaide 12-10 leading South Adelaide 6-7. That's Mans Mitre 10, kitchens and bathrooms down there at Port Adelaide.
They might have to reinstate the coach. Ball at the Jetty Road Traders in. And we've gone around about 9 3/4 minutes of the third quarter, or the premiership quarter, if you like, on RPH football. Daryl Smith, Dennis Brown, Paul Blanders kicking out from full-back. On this occasion, Perry looking for the player in Micklejohn, coming from the side, Ebert, and also involved was Kirkby, but Ebert sees it over the boundary line. And the sexy-looking boundary umpire with the shades on is going to do his thing just outside forward 50 at the Jetty Road Traders in. So a few players around the footy. One of those is Kirk and also Meiklejohn, but he tapped it down to Willoughby. Willoughby goes into the path of Daldy. Can he take the mark? Yes, he can on his chest. So Daldy can go back for a share of his 4th, and the Bays can get their 12th and bring the margin to within 2 points on the Tapestry 1 scoreboard. Daryl Smith.
Yeah, it's going to be a good kick though, DB.
We might add that that boundary umpire is only sexy in the eyes of Paul Glenn.
Yeah, certainly not in my eyes, I tell you that. Daldy coming to the Jetty Road Traders end. The kick is on its way. It's drifted across the face of the goal, and it has. It's gone through for another minor point. His second point, Daldy's got 3 goals too, and now the score for the Glenelg side, it's 11 goals, 10-76. Port Adelaide 13-5, 83.
Archie brings the ball to the grandstand side. A Smithfield crash clanger and a PDK highlight, 2 in 1 or 1 in 2, because Logan chipped in, took the mark in front of Murray. Logan goes looking for the mouse, who was interfered with as he flew for the ball, but the umpire said no, it's gone out of bounds. Another Smithfield crash clanger.
That kick there was just not on, because it's still a hard kick. They should have put it at the top of the square, give themselves an opportunity.
Spot on, Daryl Smith, as the boundary umpire throws the ball back. Left pocket at the Broadway Hotel in there. Number of players trying to pick up the ball. Big Meiklejohn burst out of the pack. Did it superbly. Got the kick away.
Oh, well done.
That's a real PDK highlight to Jeremy Clayton. The ball taken off the Tigers, taken off the Pies by the Tigers. The ball comes to ground. Oh, in goes Fisher. He caught one high. The umpire says play on. Gee whiz, I thought that was a free kick. Was it Fisher? Was Levi Greenwood coming through at 100 miles an hour? And how Fisher never got a free kick there, Daryl Smith, I don't know.
Well, not only did he hit him high, but then he landed on top of him straight after he hit him. Unbelievable stuff.
Now the umpire, instead of having a free kick, have a look at the number of players around the ball, will you? Fair dinkum, there must be 20 of them as the ball is tapped down. A chance now, though, picked up and beautifully done by Rewalt. He kicks it inside 50 for the Tigers. Up and over the pack. Oh, touches the goal umpire. Great eyesight there from the goal umpire. Gee whiz, as the ball to be immediately brought back into play by the Magpies to the outer side. Up they fly off hands, and it's gone out of bounds. Right half forward flank, outer side.
Yeah, the kick from Clayton was actually looking for Archie, but he just kicked it too high and allowed the opponent from the Tigers to get back there and spoil the ball over the boundary line.
So boundary line thrown on the outer side. It will be Kirk and Meiklejohn. The game is in the balance as we speak. We can tell you on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard that Port Adelaide currently lead. They're 13-5-83. Glenelg 11-11-77. Have they kicked themselves out of it? We'll just have to wait and see on RPH footy. The premiership quarter. So boundary line thrown will be Kirk and Meiklejohn yet again. The Tapestry Wine scoreboard, very interesting. Next goal will be very delicate. It was taken by Willoughby. Great hand pass inside 50 to Logan. Logan goes to the Jetty Road Traders and the Bays are back in front. 12-11, 83. They are therefore not in front because they're even with Port Adelaide, who are 13-5-83. It's an even ball game. Daryl Smith, Tapestry Line scoreboard.
Yeah, very delicate goal too with that from Logan, wasn't it, coming in? And great play again. Got it over the back of the field. Logan ran onto the ball and kicked truly to the Jetty Road Traders end. As we see an interchange and Biaggi coming on and Miller coming off. That is Cameron Miller, courtesy of our good friends at Jarvis Ford. A all-square ball game here. 83 plays 83 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Geelong, 12 goals, 8, ending Adelaide season, 6 goals, 7, thanks to Mans Motor 10 Kitchens and Bathrooms.
Yeah, third goal to Logan as the ball's immediately in the centre. Chance now for the Magpies. If they can pick it up, Murray's got it. They've got him, though. That might be nearly holding the sausage. No, the umpire says play on. Magpies have possession now as it comes now to camera to Cracker. He got it over there to, was that the player in Summerton who goes up towards half forward, leading out for the race with the ball is Rudolph. He's hotly tackled, but the ball spilled over the boundary line for a throw in. Half forward flank outer side.
I just wonder if that breeze is starting to change directions a bit, guys. Look at the windsock. It's actually blowing sort of virtually going across to the east now.
Yes, certainly a tricky breeze, there's no doubt about that. As the boundary umpire throws the ball in, up they fly. In there was Captain Kirk. He got a hand of the ball that goes close to the boundary line. Once again, Mules was there for the Tigers, but again beats all and sundry over the boundary line for yet another throw in, left half forward flank. Outer side, that's the half-forward flank for the Magpies. They're kicking to the Broadway Hotel end. Up they fly again. Meiklejohn got a hand of the ball, taken off hands there momentarily by the Tigers. A series of handballs will end up with Kane into defensive 50. He puts a long handball. It has to hit its target. Rudolph cleverly evaded. A Port Adelaide player gave it to Fisher, and Fisher will immediately bring it to the grandstand side. He's miskicked it, though. That's a Smithfield crash clanger straight down the the throat there of Levi Greenwood, who takes the mark centre wing on the grandstand side. Greenwood throws it on the left boot. The lead is on from McCrae, who got put out of the contest. Rudolph merges with the footy, like the way this boy plays his footy, and the kick's an absolute gem to the half-forward flank where Sugar's as sweet as apple pie takes the mark. He's at half-forward flank now, bombs it inside 50. The Daldics there, was he hanging on to Mark Clayton? No, to the umpire. The Mouse had it. He tapped it over to Hinge, but the Hinge lost it. Comes back to the Mouse. The Mouse gets snapped by the Mouse. He's put it through for a second front row. You don't leave crumbs around for a Mouse, do you, Smitty?
Exactly not. He did it well, didn't he? Because the other player in that foray was Fisher, I think. He couldn't get the ball, but it came out to Backwell. Backwell picked it up for his second and snapped truly to the Jetty Road Traders end. And all of a sudden, we have got the Tigers back in front. They lead 13 goals, 11-89 by the solitary goal. Port Adelaide 13-5. But that does tell you that Glenelg have had 24 scoring shots to 18, and they lead by 6 points.
Exactly. Fourth lead change for the afternoon. I think the other player in that contest was Hinge, as it turned out. So the ball's back in the centre. It will be the captain Kirk. It'll be the captain Micklejohn. And all other players concerned coming into it now. Oh, Kirk, it was a party trick. He ends up doing a pirouette in mid-air. Possibly a free kick. Should have been paid to Glenelg, Dennis Brown, Daryl Smith.
Yeah, it certainly should have been.
And that player was hurt, I'll tell you. He was hurt in that scrimmage. He was definitely shoved into the turf.
Logan, been a good player this afternoon for the Bays. We can tell you.
Players around the ball.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Absolutely unbelievable.
28 people inside the centre circle, not the centre square. Well, obviously they are, but anyway, ball up has been kicked out.
22 in there.
Into the path of Jeremy Clayton. He couldn't take it. Tex Perkins does it beautifully. He wheels around on the right boot from the half-back flank, going to the Broadway Hotel end, into the path of Greenwood. He's going to use the left boot. He'll do that now. He's outside 50, kicks inside 50. The big DH marks inside 50. Daniel Hargraves can go back and kick his 6th goal of the afternoon. Daryl Smith to the Broadway Hotel end.
Yes, he certainly can, the big DH. Where'd you get that one out from?
His initials are DH.
Oh, okay. Hargraves lining up for his 6th. A great kick by Greenwood too. Saw Hargraves in the spot and kicked it truly to him. So Hargraves kicking to the Broadway Hotel end. And going, he's got 5 straight thus far. And the breeze has started to swing around a bit. So Hargraves coming in. Now the kick is on its way.
Oh.
He has got his 6th straight, and he's telling Backwell all about it as well. And now all of a sudden we've got a tied ball game again. 14-5-89. That's Port Adelaide. They are level with the Tigers. 13-11-89 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. And I can tell you, Geelong 13 goals, 8. Adelaide 6 goals, 8, and that is courtesy of our good friends at Man's Mitre 10 Kitchens and Bathrooms down there at Port Adelaide DB. The Crows' disappointing season is coming to a very, very quick end.
Yes, you're right, mate. And you mentioned about Hargrave letting the Mouse know all about it, and in typical Mouse fashion, he let Hargrave know all about it afterwards.
Is that right?
He certainly did. So 14-5-89, Port Adelaide, and Glenelg 13-11-89. Ball game all tied up at Challenge Recruitment. The umpire to bounce the ball in the centre. I've got no idea what the time clock says. 15 minutes, is it, Smitty?
20 minutes, I think.
20 minutes. Up they go. Kirk actually got high. Off hands, though. Jeremy Clayton emerges with the footy. He'll go looking for the lead of Lacraro, who almost had it one hand. The ball's filled loose. Will he go over the top? Now we go to Harry M. Miller. Around the body goes Harry M. And Harry M. kicked a Sunday goal. Another goal to the Pies. It's a definite shootout here. One in one. What's that for?
One goal.
A goal. It's a good goal. I wonder what Port Adelaide was doing it. 2 fingers up. And he wasn't being rude. He was just telling me that's another goal to Harry M. Miller as he's about to come off the ground. Amazing how many times that happens, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
They come straight off and coming on as little Martling. But gee whiz, what a shootout out it has been here this afternoon. It'd make the gunfight at the OK Corral look like Oklahoma, Smitty.
It certainly has. And also coming off for the Tigers, Ruwalt, and coming on is Murray. And that's courtesy of our good friends at Jarvis Ford with the big sales out there at a Jets Cross. Great game of football. A goal the difference in favour of the Magpies.
The ball back in the centre. Harry M. Miller's got his first. Tapped down by Micklejohn. Just starting to get in on top in the ruck. Ends up with Summerton. He kicks towards half forward. And the mark's being taken by Lacraro. He's just running around a lot in this quarter. Lacraro's been a good player. Involved in the last goal. The kick inside forward 50. Wakeland, was he taken high? No. The ball bounces into the path of Kane. What's he going to do? He's going to get round a Port Adelaide player. And he does it and bounces and rebounds from defensive 50. Kicks to the leading Kirkby. He's hit the turf. That's not ideal because there's Magpies ready to swoop. Involved is Lacroix, gave to the Love Chocolate Piachi, came into the centre, Greenwood, he gives it to Summerton, Summerton inboard to Jeremy Clayton, the hand pass will end up with Polton, they're approaching 50, the Maggies, another hand pass to Cracker, can he go for his fourth? He can, he misses to the near side, and could have given the hand pass off to the DH inside 50 for his 7.
And he was telling him about it too, Paul, I must admit.
Smithfield crash playing it by Cracker. He saw some glory in of a personal kind at the expense of the team. Tapestry won scoreboard. Port Adelaide 15-6-96. The Bays 13-11-89. The kick out from full-back Mal McConnell finds Salopek. Grandstand side. Half-back flank at the Broadway Hotel end.
Can tell you that West Adelaide 15-10 leading South Adelaide 6-10. 9 goals in favour of the Bloods.
Well, the sack coach theory hasn't worked there, Smitty, that's for sure. As the ball now is driven towards the centre wing. Up they fly in front, though, Meiklejohn. Gee whiz, one of the most improved ruckmen in the comp as he gives it over to Perkins. Perkins into the centre now. Away go the Pies now. And streaming through the centre. He's had about a couple of bounces there and bombs it high. That's Piachi towards full forward off hands. Mardling read it superbly. But in the way, though, the Tigers were taken by Smith. He got a handball over there to Sherwood. Around the body goes Sherwood. The mouse has got to beat two here and almost did it. In fact, he's still got possession now. Now he loses it. The ball spills loose. It'll come close to the boundary line. Jeremy Clayton will get a handball. Deeper square. Oh, great work there by the player in Fisher to smuggle that ball over the boundary line. But gee, terrific work there by Mouse.
Yeah, it was. It was against
two taller opponents.
Well, 3 of them in the end, and Clayton came in and he actually had 3 opponents to keep the ball in the air, and he fought hard to do that.
Okay, the boundary throw in affected into a pack of players. It goes. Murphy emerges with the footy. Got the handball to Mills. Mills will go over the top. Chance now for Kane. Kane in turn now. He gives it to Marnie. Marnie to McConnell. McConnell lost the footy. I don't know how he did that. The Magpies have possession. Biarchi gets it. He gives it to Ebert. Ebert back now to the player Biarchi. Pulled off the footy, holding the ball. I thought he got rid of the footy before he actually got pulled off it. But anyway, the ball now with Fisher, who kicks it to centre wing.
I was just going to say the 2 number 2s were having a real ding-dong battle at the back here at half-back, must admit.
Okay, now the ball now with Rudolph. They've got 3-1 in favour of the Bays, I should say, have come to Marnie now. Marnie inside 50. Marnie can kick a goal for the Tigers. The kick's on its way and he's put through. Another goal to the Tigers. Second goal to Marnie. They go to 14-11-95 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard in what is a sensational game of football. Port Adelaide 15-6-96.
Yeah, just to point the differences, and it was a good way that the Tigers worked that ball on that outer side of the ground. Marnie found some space inboard. The ball came to him, ran inside 50 and kicked his second goal. As we see a blood rule player coming off, and that is Backwell. After that altercation with Jeremy Clayton, they were going hammer and tongs, and Backwell's come off as second best as he's got a big towel wrapped around his snozzer.
He has indeed, so he comes off. Wouldn't want to get blood on those fluorescent boots either. Of course, this game is part of the Deodora Cup this year between Westport and Glenelg. So at the moment, it's a point to difference. Tapestry Wine scoreboard. We can tell you that Adelaide, their pants are being pulled down. They have to pull them up to come home on the plane, I would have thought. Ball back in the centre, taken by Meiklejohn. I did it beautifully. Gave by hand to Di Pasquale. Centre clearance to the Maggies, to the Broadway Hotel end. Involved in the contest, Mardling. Oh, he out-muscled his opponent, Mules. Mardling round on the left boot. That is a PDK highlight. That's great footy by the youngster. The old man that's going to be in the Melbourne Cup in November. Mardling has put his first goal on the board, and the Maggies extend their lead to 7 points. They go to 17-6, 102. Port Adelaide and Glenelg 14-11-95. It's 16-6, 102. I beg your pardon. Tapestry Wine scoreboard. 25 minutes gone thanks to Grand Central Daryl Smith.
Yeah, you said that he actually outmuscled his opponent. I don't think he actually outmuscled his opponent. I just think that what happened was that the player didn't actually take the ball and it fell down and was spoilt, and Marling was in the right spot at the right time, was able to snap truly for his first, and a great interchange because he's only been on the ground for about 2 or 3 minutes, DB.
Exactly right. Ball back in the centre. Terrific game of football here in what is a very important clash. Down goes the bounce, up rises the ball. Up they go. This time Gilhouse got it, ended up with Murphy. Murphy's handball is good. Oh, came there to Salopek. Salopek got rid of it now. Oh, player pulled high. Was he? No, the umpire said he wasn't, and that'll be a ball up in the centre. I thought he would have
I've seen worse play than that.
It was Sherwood, and the umpire said no, it was held to him. So he's going to bounce it again in the centre. Down she goes. Gilhouse and Meiklejohn, the tap out, but it's all Magpies taken by Jeremy Clayton. He went the handball and then went back onto the left boot. Oh, he's got a player loose at centre half forward, and that player there is that Lacroix? It is Lacroix. So Lacroix now will know he's going to play on. He can run towards 50. Poor checking there. The handball comes now to Summerton. Summerton's got a player leading to the pocket. It's little Mardling. Mardling takes the ball, but he's going to go back. He's on a very, very tight angle, though, Smitty. It'd be a great goal kicking into the teeth of the breeze in that left full forward pocket right in front of the Tapestry Wine scoreboard at the Broadway Hotel end.
Yeah, it certainly is. A Mardling, there's not a player standing the mark, which is surprising, so Mardling can actually use his pace if he really wanted to. Comes in now. The player now comes over on the mark, and Mardling has a shot to the Broadway Hotel end. Can't take it, but a big, strong mark right on the boundary line has been taken by Wakeland. The umpire says, no, it's gone out of bounds on the full. Thought he actually kept the ball in.
Okay. No, the boundary umpire was right there. The goal umpire thought he'd marked it, but the boundary umpire said no.
Okay, so it'll be Rudolph from the grandstand side at the Broadway Hotel Inn. Kicks out. Good mark taken by Kirkby. If it wasn't a mark, it was probably a free kick anyway. He marks on defensive 50. He's going to hand pass straight to McConnell. They need to go along with the breeze rather than hand pass. Glenelg. McConnell kicks towards centre wing grandstand side. Sugar's involved in the contest, as was Perkins. Fell into the lap of Murphy. Murphy hand passed it to Hinge. Hinge unloads to the Jetty Road Traders in. Is he going to bounce through? It is, but for a score to the far side. So the Bays 14-12-96, Port Adelaide 16-6 102. Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Play on immediately from full back by Greenwood. He kicks it out and rebounds from defensive 50 with the kick. Involved in the contest, Lees. The Love Chocolate takes it. He's tackled immediately. The umpire comes in and says it'll be a ball up just outside 50 of the Jetty Road Traders in. Wellington time on. Round about 26.5 minutes gone. Grand Central time clock. One straight kick. 26 scoring shots to 22. Glenelg, and they trail by a goal. Bad kicking is bad football. Pure and simple. So boundary, excuse me, ball up close to the boundary line is, I think, where I was trying to go with that. And it will be another one. Man's 1-10 score check. Adelaide coming back a bit now. They've got their ninth goal on the board. 9-9. They trail Geelong 13-10, courtesy of our good friends Man's 1-10 Kitchens and Bathrooms down at Port Adelaide. Maybe they're coming home with the breeze. You never know. And basically it's going to be a third ball up in between half forward and centre wing on the outer side, favouring the Jetty Road Traders end. And they'll be going absolutely ballistic. The Mouse has gone from number 2 to number 60 because he's got blood on the Guernsey, and he's just about to come on thanks to Jarvis Ford in exchange for Ruwalt. Now, the ball is still in the same spot, and holding the ball has been played against Port Adelaide. Will go to Glenelg, and the free kick will go to Adam Fisher. And he needs to go long with the breeze. Nothing short. He does that, and he goes short. So he kicks it inside forward 50. Dolding, was he taken in the back? No. Off the carpet, Salopek. Kicks it to Kirkby. He takes a slips catch, goes back to McConnell. That kick is a Smithfield crash clanger. Was he pushed in the back, Dennis Brown, Darryl Smith?
Yeah, he was pushed in the back, but why wasn't the mark paid? Because he was socket off the ground. Kirkby marked the ball at the top of the goal square.
Agreed.
Well, he got pushed in the back, McConnell, when he kicked the footy.
Yeah, amazing stuff. So we can tell you not far away from three-quarter time. Game on here at Glenelg. Angus Security's game that has been a beauty. Now the kick out from fullback. Mark Clayton has taken a Glenelg player over the shoulder, and that's Ben Kane. He won't mind that too, to the toughest blokes going around in SANFL footy. M. Clayton and B. Kane. Kane's got it now. Is there any relation Kane and Abel? I'm not sure, but he's certainly able. On this occasion, he is able to kick it inside forward 50. Doldie couldn't take the mark. The ball bounces free. It was handed off to the Mouse. The Mouse with number 60 has missed. So another miss to the Bays. 14-13-97. Port 16-6 102. Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Geez, his initial reaction, though, Paul, was the fact that he actually kicked the goal because he started to celebrate. So very interesting.
Yeah, look, we've been here a few times this year, and the Bays have kicked themselves out of footy matches, and they're heading that way again as the ball comes out to the grandstand side off Hanzo. Great work there by Fisher. Was he grabbed high? I think he was. The umpire said play on. The ball at the bottom of the pack, though. Still great work here. Fisher somehow got a handball out to plus 58. That's the Mouse. He'll go with a handball back here now to Murphy. Murphy now will sink it inside 50 with a thumping kick that'll go all the way to the square almost. Up they fly. Bays out trying to outmark each other, and consequently the ball spilled into the pocket. It stacks on the mill, Darryl Smith. Two Bay players went up when a little bit of talking could have seen one of them take the mark.
Yeah, it could have been great effort by Murphy there. Second and third efforts was absolutely fantastic here at half forward. I think you'll call him Fisher, DB, but it was actually Murphy in that
yeah, you're right.
Play.
It was Murphy. In fact, it was a PDK highlight. The ball close to the boundary line. They're trying to keep it in. In fact, it's been rushed through for the minor score. 14-14, 98 the Tigers, and Port Adelaide on 16-6 102 on the Tapestry Wire. Ryan scoreboard as the ball about to be brought back in by the Pies. They're going to go to the outer side. A thumping kick. Oh, up they fly. There's a couple of bays there. One of those is Mules who takes the mark. Now it's Kane in actual fact. He turns around and fires in towards the square. Again, the Tigers go up, and again, two of them flying for the ball. And again, it spills loose, and it's all our Greenwood to go and try and pick up the footy. He almost spilled it. The siren goes to end a thrilling third quarter here at the Bay Oval, with Glenelg leading 14-14, 98. Port Adelaide 16-6, 102.
Can go places this year as well as next year.
Okay, the umpire holds the ball aloft to start the final quarter. First goal, all important as the bounce is affected. A magnificent bounce. Up they go. Getting his hand to the ball there was Kirk. The ball squeezes out. Greenwood runs onto it. Can he kick it off the ground? No, he can't. In there is Fisher. He's tackled high. The ball goes to ground underneath him. The umpire says, give it to me, boys. I'll ball it up again for a take two.
Yeah, all important first goal here. If the Magpies get it, all of a sudden they are 10 points clear and kicking with the breeze.
Down goes the bounce. Kirk in front. Michael John off. From the side, two Pies actually went up. That left a Bay player down who kicked the ball into the centre. Mark Clayton attacked the footy. Oh, beautifully read by Marnie, I think it was. He gives it over to Kane. Kane now will chip it up towards centre wing. Running onto it should be the player there in Fisher. He tackles Perry, who dropped the footy like a hot potato. The ball underneath him, and the umpire said it was held to him for another ball up centre wing grandstand side.
Yeah, Fisher just had to do a little bit more there, didn't he? Could have actually dived and marked that ball.
Yeah, but what a great interception by Marnie in the centre of the ground. That was a PDK highlight. Down goes the bound. Players will set themselves. Oh, Michael John tried to thump it forward. Murray did. Found his teammate there in green. Oh, gee. A free kick against Greenwood. He got a bit silly there, and Hinge doesn't want to give away a free kick here. Which, I mean, the ball's already going to the bays, and it's at centre wing with Salopek. So Salopek now will go backwards and give ground, and the mark taken there for them by Kane, is it? And Kane has a player with the footy now for the base. Brings it back to whence it come, from whence it came. And that player there is Fisher to take the ball. It was actually, he took the spot that Salopek actually had at centre wing. And he in turn now chips it backward there, giving ground here, Smitty.
Well, have a look. Every player in front of the ball.
Every player is in front of the ball. Is that Panozzo, I think, kicking the ball long and hard up towards centre wing. Oh, getting high was Hinge. Couldn't take the mark. The ball at the bottom of the pack. Oh, Bay player at the bottom. And there, a couple of Magpies over the top of him. One of those was Dees Pasquale. And the player at the bottom of the pack, in actual fact, was Logan. So we're going to have a ball up just backward of the half-forward flank now on the grandstand side. The Bays into attack against the breeze. Oh, Logan into the back, was he? No, said the umpire. Yes, he does. A late decision, but he agreed with DB that it was a free kick. Going to go the way of Logan. So Tommy Logan immediately merged with the footy. Oh, player out loose by himself is Kane. He can thump the Tigers into attack with a lead. The lead is on. The pass is a rip snorter straight down the throat of Marnie. And Marnie will go back and kick for goal inside 50. He'll kick from about 47 metres, Darryl Smith.
Yeah, he's already kicked two, has Marnie, and we saw he was on the wing earlier, but now he's up forward, and he's got Clayton, who's had a bit of a up and down day. He had Doldig on him first, and he kicked a couple on him, and now he's got Marnie who's lining up for a goal on him. So Marnie coming in from around 48 metres, kicking to the Broadway Hotel. It's not going to make the distance. It's been thumped away, and Port Adelaide, with just sheer numbers, is going to see the ball over the boundary line right in front of the Tapestry Ryan scoreboard, which tells us that there has been no added score to three-quarter time. It is still 16 goals, 6-102. That is the Magpies leading Tigers 14-14, 98.
Okay, Grand Central time clock, and they're about the first 180 seconds of the final term. Michael John and Doldig on this occasion inside forward 50 for the Bays, taken by Summerton. He kicks it out into the path of Kirk. Kirk wheels around. He's looking for a player in the centre, but he elects to turn around and go long. He kicks the leather off the footy. Going back, Michael John, taken by McConnell. McConnell gave it to Sugars. Sugars gives it to Kirkby. Kirkby on the left boot to the Broadway Hotel end and misses to the far side. So the Bays, yet again, blowing opportunities. 14-15, 99. Welcome to Barbara Eden. No, she was I Dream of Jeannie. Port Adelaide 16-6, 102.
Yeah, the ball now with Perry, half back inside the defensive 50. Comes back now to Bolton. Bolton will go inboard to T. Pasquale. He drops the mark. Whistle let the Bays in. Hinge picks it up. Almost had his pants pulled off. Gets past a couple of Magpies. Then tries to get a kick away. Tried to do too much. And in the end, it was was holding the football against him, and a free kick to the Magpies.
I don't think he tried to do too much. I don't think he tried to do the right thing. He just got to one step too far.
Well, that's why he got caught with the footy, Smitty, as the ball is now in the centre, and it's taken by Mark Leighton. Or he thought about going. He's got Cameron Miller loose at centre wing on the grandstand side. That's the way the footy goes. Miller got by another player. Archie down from full back. He'll run inside 50. He'll go over the top with a handball to Harry M. Miller. He turns around the body. Does Harry M. He tries an amazing goal. That is a PDK highlight. Second goal to Harry M. A party trick, Daryl Smith, around the body, and that goal could be the one that sets sail for the Magpies to victory.
Well, it certainly wasn't the start that the Tigers needed. They had an opportunity up the other end of the ground, and they missed it and went straight down to the Jetty Road Traders end, and the Magpies kicked truly. It was a party trick, a bit very casual by Harry Miller. He'd want to make sure he kicked the goal, because I imagine Timmy Junior would not have been happy had that gone through for a minor score.
Yeah, and the goal came from that guy going back there to full back in Archie, who ran all the way down to the half-forward line and set up that sausage roll.
Indeed, so ball back in the centre, and the Adelaide Crows have been defeated, and Port Power supporters cheering. That's always intelligent. Ball back in the centre. It was taken by Jeremy Clayton. The centre clearance.
Oh, good mark.
Well done by Ben Kane. You heard it from Dennis Brown and Daryl Smith. PDK highlight, Ben Kane going back with the flight of the football, or running back into traffic is probably the better description. He kicks to centre half back. Ben Mules. Was that 25 by Murray? The umpire said no. Mules comes to Shield, who marks the attacking defensive side of centre wing. The hand pass to Smith wasn't ideal. He picks up the footy now. He kicks into the path of Murphy. I beg your pardon, Kirkby is the player I'm looking for, and it's gone out of bounds. It was Wakeland and also Perry involved in that contest. Boundary line throw in right in front of the Glenelg club rooms here at Challenge Recruitment Oval, and we've gone 5 minutes thanks to Grand Central of the final term. 9 points is the margin in favour of Port Adelaide, and that's because they've kicked 17 goals, 6-14, 15. Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Boundary line thrown was taken by John Hinge, a little akin to a try. He's wanting to go back and claim the free kick. Gives it to the man with the sexy glasses, the boundary umpire on this grandstand side, right in front of now the function centre, right on attacking 50 for the Bays. It was tapped down by Kirk, taken by Hinge. Can he get the football out? In fact, he handballed it to himself. That was pretty clever. It was taken by Marnie. Great hand pass to Kane. Kane runs to 50. He's going to bomb it long. It won't be a major. Goes to the goal square. Going back to Port Adelaide players. Tapped down by Sugars to Doty. He couldn't take the footy. Di Pasquale comes in, and it'll be a bit of a sumo wrestle and a ball up right at the top of the goal square. Daryl Smith, Broadway Hotel End.
Yeah, it was just unlucky, wasn't he? He just tapped it down, and Doty just couldn't take the ball. Golden opportunity missed by the Tigers.
I think he was going to kick it before he had it, Smitty. That was the problem, as the bounce is affected. Just 10 metres out, taken by Di Pasquale. Handball to Meiklejohn. Puts him under pressure, but he's good enough to get away. Gives it to Archie. Archie is a Smithfield crash flanger. Straight down the throat of Kane. And Kane quickly gives it to Marnie. 25-metre penalty. Gee whiz, I didn't think that was on, to be honest with you, boys.
Well, he took him down after he marked the ball.
Didn't need to do it.
But as I said to you, Smitty, we've seen worse than that. This is going to be a gimme goal. He's given him right up towards the 10-metre arc now, and Marnie, he won't miss this one from point-blank range. Gee whiz, what a game of football it is. As the interchange mardling on and coming off Wakeland, courtesy of Jarvis Ford, as Marnie goes back and drills the sausage roll. Third goal to Marnie, and gee whiz, what a game it is now. Just 3 points the difference as the Tigers move along to 15 goals, 105. Port Adelaide 17-6, 108 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
Well, you've got to be very pleased with the way the Tigers have kept coming, and the Magpies, and that free kick there was just inside 50. And interesting, they say it's only 25-metre penalty, but he's taken him to the top of the goal square. By my recognition, that's 35 metres, Paul.
Exactly. I'm a little bit confused about that myself, and we've seen a few miscalculations from the umpires in that regard this afternoon. Bowen, Pfeiffer and Feeler officiating. Ball back into centre. Meiklejohn tapped it down. Didn't really advantage anyone. Johnny Hinge did it beautifully. Mongrel punt inside 50, but marked by Perry. He got in the way beautifully. Good tussle against Kirkby this afternoon by Perry. Kicks it wide. Taken out there by Cameron Miller. He plays on immediately and gives it to the player there, Polton. He kicks on, looking for Murray. A great interception by Rudolph. He takes it and plays on, and then ruins all of his good work as the kicks a Smithfield crash clanger and kicks it out of bounds centre wing on the outer side. So 30 scoring shots Glenelg, 23 Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide in front by 3 points. Tapestry Wine scoreboard, 8 3/4 minutes gone on the Grand Central time clock. So plenty of time left in this affair at Challenge Recruitment on the Angus Securities game of the day. Boundary line thrown taken by Jeremy Clayton. Great hand pass to Summerton to Cracker. He took it beautifully when he probably shouldn't have. He ends up with Cameron Miller. Cameron Miller to Harry M. He's under the pump. He handballs to Murray. Murray's wrapped up by Salopek. It's taken now by Mills. Well done by him. Ends up with Kane. Kane goes to the player in Willoughby. He goes wide and finds Fisher, centre wing on the outer side. He plays on immediately and gives to Willoughby. Good run provided from him. He's got no one coming to him. He handballs inboard now to Salopek. Salopek takes it, runs to just outside 50, goes long with a kick. Top of the goal square. Sugar's in front. McConnell robes it beautifully. Wills round on the left boot. Does he put it through? Yes, he does! The Bays are back in front. What a game of footy. McConnell's got 2. And the Bays go to 16-15, 111. Port Adelaide 17-6, 108. What a game, Smithy.
Yeah, it was a great game. What a good usage of the ball again by the Tigers on that outer side of the ground. And as we see a player coming off, coming on is Murphy. Coming off for the Tigers is Sugars. So an interchange there courtesy of Jarvis Ford. But the Tigers, they just keep coming. They've got their noses back in front by 3 points.
He certainly had plenty of time, as you heard Paul Blander say, just 10 minutes gone on the Grand Central time clock as the umpires got the ball back in the centre, about to set the game underway once again. Down goes the bounce, and a magnificent bounce it is too. They've been doing that superbly all day, have the umpires. The ball out the back, taken by Fisher for the Bays. On the left boot he goes, up there half forward there. He's looking for his teammate in Salopek, but he can't find him, and the ball beats him over the boundary line for a throw in half forward flank out of side.
6 lead changes this afternoon. The Bays now back in front by 3.
Boundary umpire to throw it in. Left half forward flank out of side. Back it comes spinning into play. Kirk front position over Micklejohn. Micklejohn though got the tap. It's going to be taken by Polton. He's tackled, wrapped up, the ball spills loose. Trying to bring it back into play. The Bays though through Fisher. I think it was. He kicks it up towards half forward. Taken there by Willoughby. Willoughby gives it. Is that Kane that's kicking for goal? The kick's on its way. It was Salopek though. He was away to the left hand side and misses. So another point on the board to the Tigers. 16-16, Smitty. 112. Port Adelaide much better kicking. 17-6, 108. 4 points in it in favour of the Tigers.
Well, they keep coming, don't they?
Coming to you on RPH.
They keep coming. That's the important thing.
They do indeed. Broadway Hotel, and there's been plenty of action this quarter. Kicked in from fullback by Lees, looking for Micklejohn, but he went to the contest with Kirk. It rebounds from defensive 50, but a free kick's been paid against Kirk for too high to Micklejohn.
He didn't know he had it, Micklejohn, did he?
No, he didn't at all. So he plays on immediately, gives to Brad Ebert. He's right on defensive 50. He kicks now to centre wing grandstand side. Marnie will come across and take a very well judged mark. Handballs to Kirkby. He's got a wheel round on the left boot. He better get rid of it. He does. Under pressure from Cameron Miller. Murphy inside 50. Couldn't take the mark. Push in the back. Yes, good umpiring and well spotted. Dennis Brown and Daryl Smith ends up playing on. Harry Miller goes wide. Corey Archu, he marks just inside defensive 50, or Corey Archie as he's also known. Handballs back to Harry Miller. They rebounded from 50. Now the kick had to be good, and it wasn't. Tex Perkins. It's intercepted by Fisher. Fisher goes to Salopek. Salopek goes to Murphy. Murphy goes to Hinge with a mongrel punt. What can he do? He can miss to the near side. The Bays 16-17, 113. Port 17-6, 108. Tapestry Wine scoreboard. We've gone 11 minutes of the last quarter thanks to the Grand Central time clock.
Well, the Tigers are doing all the attacking at the moment, and that breeze is picking up again, going towards the Jetty Road Traders end. Port Adelaide kicking that way. This kick is going to stay inboard though.
Yeah, the ball now with Kirk if he can get it off. Micklejohn did it superbly for a big man. Took it off him, then ran into the centre and had a bounce as well. Oh, he threw the ball away. The umpire said play on. How can you throw it away and play on, umpire? For goodness sake, as it ends up with Fisher. Fisher now will chip it short looking for Salopek. He bends down, picks up the ball, feinted the handball, then finally got it away to Hinge. Hinge it back now, gives it into the pocket to Fisher. Fisher will go bang up towards full forward, but again a poor kick has let them down. Another Smithfield crash. Clanger is out of bounds in the left full forward pocket for the Tigers.
Great chase by Kirk, wasn't it? When Micklejohn took the ball off him, he kept running and going through that midfield, but Kirk just kept chasing and harassing. Got the ball back. Well done.
He certainly did, but Micklejohn threw it away with 2 hands right in front of the umpire. That's the thing that amazes me now, as Di Pasquale emerges with the footy. The hurried kick, he'll only go as far as Fisher. Fisher can run from 50 and chip it into the pocket. Salopek is there, and Salopek takes the mark, and he'll kick towards the Broadway Hotel end, right in front of the Tapestry Wine scoreboard, Daryl Smith.
Yeah, he's going to take a great kick from there, isn't it? And he's right in front, as you said, in the northwestern pocket, southwestern pocket, I should say, the Broadway Hotel end. Southeastern pocket, I'll get it right in a minute, won't I? So
Well, he's in the
Eastern
forward pocket over there on the outer side anyway.
That's right. So he comes in front of the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Salopek coming in. The kick is on its way. It's coming back. What a PDK highlight. Giving it to the crowd as well. And a fantastic kick by Salopek. He has got his second. And the Glenelg now have got their 70. They go to 17-17, 119. Port Adelaide on 17-6, 106. And looks like Port Adelaide have stopped, DB.
Well, it certainly does, but you can never write off the Magpies, mate, especially when they put their guns in the centre, which they might do on this occasion, perhaps the Crackers and the Millers.
Well, they've got to do that. They didn't do that last time. They had all the not the slower players, but if they have the quick players in there, the Crackers, the Millers, these sort of guys, there's something special about them. They'll get the ball out.
Ball back in the centre, Micklejohn and Kirk. Micklejohn got it, but into the path of Fisher. Or was he taken high in that contest? No, he wasn't. Cameron Miller, he picks up the footy, tackled by Hinge, taken by the Love Chocolate Biarchi. Handballs back to Micklejohn. Micklejohn with the centre clearance. Kicks inside 50, Jeremy Clayton and Ben Mules. Good contest. The ball bounces free. Hargraves is involved in this contest. It spills out to Kane. Kane gives it to Rudolph. Rudolph goes towards the outer side, and a kick to touch. He did pretty well because the Bays were under the pump and got it outside of the Port attacking 50 at the Jetty Road Traders end. And it goes to the outer side in between centre wing and the half-forward flank at that Jetty Road Traders end. Darryl Smith.
It certainly is, and Port Adelaide need to put an answer on the board, don't they? The Tigers are starting to come home strong.
They are indeed. Taken from the boundary line, thrown by Adam Fisher. Kicks towards centre wing. Oh, Salopek, what a mark. PDK highlight. Contested mark into a pack of 4 and does it well. Plays on immediately. He's got a bloke at centre half forward. The kick is a beauty. Backwell couldn't take it. Oh, McConnell, he takes it. The handball over the top of his head to Backwell. Handball's inboard. Sugars, he could put a nail in the coffin. He does. Sugars has got the 18. Great football, Glenelg. Great football, McConnell. Backwell, Salopek involved beautifully. 18-17, 125. Port Adelaide 17-6, 108. Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
It was all the experienced players of the Tigers involved in that. Backwell, McConnell, Salopek, as you said, gave it to the youngster in Sugars, who ran in and kicked his first goal in league footy. Fantastic play by the Tigers. They keep coming as we see an interchange taking place. Looks like Marnie's coming to the bench, which is interesting because we've got coming on is Rewalt.
Yeah, and what's the time clock say, Smitty?
There's a big post in front of it, mate. I can't see it. I reckon it's about 20 minutes gone of this final quarter.
Now, that post has been there all day, believe it or not, Smitty, on the Grand Central time clock. Yeah, almost into time on. Out they came. The ball bounced awkwardly there for Ebert. It ends up now with Perkins. Perkins around the body, goes up towards half forward, but a free kick is going to come all the way back now to Port Adelaide. And it will be Perkins. In fact, 15 minutes have gone on the Grand Central time clock. Thank you very much, Paul Blandis. As the ball now coming all the way back to half-back for the Magpies. And the ball actually went a long, long way, and the player there is actually Greenwood. So Greenwood now with the footy. The left footer, he gets the lead from Perkins, ignores that. And now he's going to have to bomb it long, straight down the centre. No, he goes looking for Hargraves.
Oh,
missed him, taken by Lacroix. Lacroix sprints away, got rid of an opponent, then handball straight to Micklejohn. He was under enormous pressure. The Bays now have the numbers if they can grab it. They can't. A chance now for Murray. Murray's handball taken by Sherwood. How do he get the handball out there? Gives it to Kane. Kane cool.
Oh, here we go.
A couple of Tigers, and one of those Tigers to take the mark is Sugars back on the ground. Sugars immediately plays on. The lead is on in towards Kirkby. The ball bounced over the boundary line, though, for a boundary throw in right half forward flank here at the Challenge Recruitment Oval with the Bays into attack now. The boundary umpire to throw it in. 17 minutes gone on the Grand Central time clock. As interchange now, Marnie on and coming off is Salopek. Courtesy of Jarvis Ford now. The ball down the ground. A chance here for Perkins. Perkins now gave it to Biarchi. Away goes Jane Biarchi. Bombs it in towards full forward. Hargraves coming out. Oh, with him there was Big Smith. Taken off Hanzo by, was it Cracker who took it back to Hargraves. Couldn't take the mark. Through came Murray. Oh, diving on the football there for the Tigers with Sherwood. Ends up now with Lacroix. Lacroix's kick around the body. That is an absolute PDK highlight. Third goal on Lacroix. The Pies have kicked another sausage roll. What a game of football. 18-17, 125. Port Adelaide 18-6, 114 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard, Darryl Smith.
Yeah, they just made something out of nothing there, didn't they, Port Adelaide? And they got it up to Hargraves. He couldn't hold the mark. Fought hard to keep the ball down in the area. Lacroix was able to pick that up and turn and snap truly. And 3 or 4 Tiger players went to Hargraves rather than going to Lacroix. And Lacroix snapped truly for his third goal.
So what a game on the Angus Securities game of the day. The fixed interest specialist on RPH Footy, the SANFL specialist, instalment 2 of the blockbusters this weekend, if you don't mind, in round 19 of SANFL action season 2007. Ball back in the centre. It was tapped down by Kirk, ended up with Fisher. He was tackled but got a hand pass away. The Love Chocolate Biarchi picks it up. Centre wing on the outer side. Wheels it round the corner. Ben Kane. What a last quarter this bloke's played.
Isn't he what?
Been outstanding.
Great reading there.
Kane off the half-back flank in the northeastern side of Challenge Recruitment, or on the northeastern side of Challenge Recruitment is better English. And at the Jetty Road Traders end, he kicks now going towards the Broadway Hotel end. It will be Kirk and also Kirkby, as opposed to Perry and Micklejohn. The ball's bounced back into the centre. Oh, a Port player was taken high, as it turned out. Or so was Josh Marnie. No, he wasn't, apparently.
Oh, you are kidding.
He's Jara Chutney was just about ripped off, and the umpire said, no, it wasn't taken high. It was just above the collar. Figure that out. Not quite sure what's going on, but anyway, so there were 2 free kicks, both that weren't paid, so I guess it's a 0-all draw, so we'll call that evens. So it'll be Kirk and it will be Micklejohn doing battle. Grand Central time clock has gone 19 3/4 minutes now. A free kick has not been paid. Everyone's stopped, and Adam Fisher didn't. A kick inside 50, inside the centre circle was beautiful. Rudolph to the leading McConnell. Oh, he almost took a crackerjack of a mark. Ends up with Ruwald. He wheels round. He's going to kick it inside 50 to McConnell, who can go back and take the mark. He didn't. Ends up with Mills. What can he do? He can handball back to the red Jock McConnell, who puts another one on the board for the Bays, and he's running along, pumping fist a la Mick Redden and Mike Parsons in the 87 grand final. The Bays are in front 19-17, 131. The Maggies are 18-6, 114. McConnell, Smithy has got 3.
He certainly has. As we saw, McConnell was involved in that first Fury, and he got up and recovered, then went back to the space, couldn't take the mark, kept his feet again, got up and turned around, ran an open goal. As we see the player coming off that was in that first angle with McConnell, and that's Lees. As we see the player coming on for that player, and that is Polton. So Lees off, Polton on, courtesy of Jarvis Ford. McConnell with his third has probably given enough breathing space for the Tigers. 131 plays 114.
Well, you never write the Magpies off, I can tell you, as the Bays keep coming now. As the handball now from Backwell ends up with Ruwald. He bombs it inside 50, the big pack line. Oh, there's a terrific grab in the middle of the pack for the Tigers. I think it's Doldig it is. Gee whiz, that was an absolute PDK highlight, Darryl Smith, and we've already had nails in coffins and all sorts of things, but you'd think at least that I'll put the lid on the coffin if he drills this.
Well, the lid will be closed if he drills this, I tell you, as the Salopek's coming on, Marnie's coming off, courtesy of Jarvis Ford, and in comes Doldig now, kicking to the Broadway Hotel end, and what a performance he has done now, coming in for his 4th goal. The kick is on its way, and he is celebrating, and Doldig has got his 4th, and now the Tigers have got their 20th. 20 goals, 17, 137. They lead the Port Adelaide side, a gallant Port Adelaide side, 18-6, 114 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Doldig has got 4.
And contested marks inside forward 50 are like absolute gold. And Matty Doldig, he's come back. He's been in the reserves a lot. He's now come back and kicked 4 goals too this afternoon. He's been a pretty good player. And have a look who he's on. Arguably the best defender in the country as far as SANFL is concerned in Corey Archie. So ball back in the centre. The Bays of 37 scoring shots to 24. That's why they're currently 23 points in advance of Port Adelaide. Centre clearance ends up with Cracker. The kick inside forward 50 to the Jetty Road Traders end. And it was Harry Miller from behind, punching it away from in front. Benny Mills, that was. So good contest indeed.
Courtesy of Mans Mitre 10 Kitchens and Bathrooms. Fremantle 3 goals 1. Essendon 1 goal at this stage. West Adelaide 16 goals 14 leading. South 8 goals 12. And if you didn't hear earlier, the Geelong and the West Coast were both winners in the AFL.
Okay, boundary line thrown taken by Sherwood, who punched it down into the path of Biarchi, the Love Chocolate. It wheels around on the left boot and going back yet again with some great composure.
He played well.
Just reading the football superbly is Ben Kane. One of the better players on the ground. He rebounds from defensive 50, kicks to John Hinge. Now, you'd think that the Bays, all they need to do is really hold things up, not take any risks and just move the ball cautiously.
They'll go right back across the ground. No, they're going to go up forward.
They are. Hinge goes to the leading player. Is that Sherwood? It is. Takes a good mark. And he's at half-back left. And he now turns around and kicks it into the path of Kirkby. Takes a good mark. He presents beautifully, Rory Kirkby. His best football is played in attack. And that's why the Bays are suddenly on this surge that now has got them confirming 5th spot. Kirkby kicked back to Kane, marks inside defensive 50. He can go back to Panozzo, or he can come wider to Sherwood. He elects to do neither. And Ben Kane, what's he going to do? He's going to kick. He can kick to Josh Willoughby, who's standing right there calling for it. He elects not to do that either.
He's just wasting time. Good thinking by the player.
Well, he is indeed. So now the umpire calls play on. Probably let him go a little bit longer. Kane rebounds from defensive 50 with a kick. Goes towards centre wing out of side. Now, mark in front has been taken by Kirkby. And you can just see them slowing it down purposely. And that's good footy, good communication by the coaching staff and the runners and the trainers and so on.
No hats out here.
No, Kirkby's going to go short, marked by number 60. Anyone tuned in and get confused, it's Brett Backwell. So the Mouse has got it. He comes in board and we'll find Salopek's been a pretty good player. We'll get your thoughts on better players at the conclusion, Smithy, on the Angus Securities game of the day. The Bays are going to win 23 points on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. 22 minutes gone thanks to Grand Central. Salopek will kick inside the centre square. It's marked by Josh Willoughby. So he just goes back and goes, I'm going to kick out wide to centre wing grandstand side to the Forest. He's going to mark it and go, well, I'm going to go back and waste a bit of time as well.
Isn't he the bank manager down on Jetty Road?
He is indeed, thanks to Bank SA. So we'll send them a bill for that. The Forest kicks it now towards forward 50. Oh, a mismatch there. Oh, Kirk takes a great mark in front of the player there. It's one of the Millers. I can't figure out which one it is just at the moment. But Kirk, there was certainly a mismatch, and he's made the most of it.
It's Cameron.
It's Cameron. Thank you, Darryl. And Kirk will go back, and all he probably should do is just unload a screw punt right to the top of the goal square. And he's going to elect to go with the drop punt. And let's just see what happens. Smithy, talk us through it.
OK, Kirk coming in from around about 52 metres out. He has got the drop punt. The kick is on its way. It's going to land in the top of the goal. So we want to be in front position. No one's there. Port Adelaide with the numbers are going to run the ball out. Now they get tackled high. That was Murray, I think, was tackled and brought the ball to the ground. And it's not going to get out of there. The umpire says, well, I'll have it, boys, and I'll have a bounce right at the end of the square.
I'll tell you what, there's no hats out there, Smithy. North Adelaide have got them all.
Yeah, that's right.
The umpire's going to ball it up now, just about 10, 12 metres out from the Bay goal. Down it goes, thumped away there by Archie. Chance for the Bays if they can grab it. But there's too many players around the ball. Nobody will be able to break away with that. At the bottom of the pack, there's a Bay player. It might be Fisher. And there'll be a ball up. I've never seen so many players around the ball today as I have in this game.
Well, at one stage in the centre square, DB, there was 22 players.
Well, there's about 22 around the ball at the moment as the umpire bounces it, but time has ticked away. Too late now for the Pies. Down it comes, and the Magpies kick it out to that outer side. Has it gone out of bounds on the sitting ball? No, it hasn't. It'll rock and roll over for a boundary throw-in right on the 50, just around from the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. If you've tuned in, we're into time on. The Bays have got it 2017, 137. Port Adelaide 18-6 to 114 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Back the ball comes spinning into play. Kirkby went up before acceptances. Here's a chance running on it will be Archie for the Pies. If he can pick it up, he did. Picked it up beautifully, then goes over the top to Murray. Murray will stream through the centre. Murray's kick now. The lead is on from Hargraves. Beautiful football for the Pies. PDK highlight stuff, but it's too late, she cried.
I wonder how Hargraves will celebrate if he kicks this goal.
Well, he won't celebrate like he's been celebrating earlier on in the day, you wouldn't have thought. Smith.
No, Hargraves with 6 has been a fantastic performance for the Magpies. 6 straight too. Been a target, and his form in the last couple of weeks has been outstanding. So Hargraves coming in now kick from around about 45 metres out, kicking directly in front of the goals, in front of the Jetty Road Traders end. This time he has cooked it away and has kicked a minor score. So a point on the board to Hargraves. They go now to 18 goals, 7, 115. Still trailing the Tigers, 2017, 137. That is on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard, and I'll be... putting down a few Tapestry Wines later on tonight. Nice, smooth Shiraz.
Yes, go down very nice. Had a glass of Tapestry Sauvignon Blanc yesterday at the North Adelaide Football Club. Now, there's a player down at centre-half back for Glenelg. Player's just been held up temporarily. Pick-up who it is, Josh Willoughby. He's just looking a bit groggy, but it seems like he's OK. Now, Luke Panozzo is...
Hang on, there was a free kick there. He turned around. There must have been a free kick paid downfield. And Miller got the free kick and has turned around and kicked the goal. So there must have been something seen by the umpire here at centre forward. We didn't see what happened, but they ended up with Miller, who has kicked his 3rd goal. And Port Adelaide now go to their 19th. 19 goals, 7. That is 121. They still trail Glenelg 20 goals, 17, 137. That's on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard. Didn't see what happened, boys, but it must have been a free kick back in the centre forward. And the ball was gone down to where the ball was, and Miller was the recipient of the free kick with his 3rd goal.
It was Harry M who has kicked his 3rd.
Umpire now bounces the ball in the centre. Up they go. Kirk and Micklejohn. The ball out the back, taken by Hinge. Oh, was he pushed in the back? No, said the umpire. And it stacks on the mill again for a ball up in the centre of Challenge Recruitment Oval. So the umpire now to bounce it once again. Kirk and Micklejohn shoving each other like you wouldn't believe in front of the umpire. Down she goes. Micklejohn actually got the tap, but only far there as Ruwalt. Around the body, goes up towards half forward, offhand, taken there by Duldig. He's tackled strongly. The ball's still in contention inside the 54. The Bays, they can't do much with it. It stacks on the mill, though, and there'll be another ball up. Only about, I suppose, 40 metres from the Bay goal at the Broadway Hotel end.
Can't be much longer to go here at the Challenge Oval.
No, Challenge recruitment. In actual fact, as the ball is thumped down, back out comes a Rudolph Mobile. Beautifully intercepted, though, by that Martling. Gave it to Ebert. Ebert now gives it to Harry. No, it's not. It's Cameron Miller. He'll get it on the left boot. In towards full forward. Players will set. Hargraves in front. Did he take the mark off hands? He's taken it on the second grab. And Daniel Hargraves will go back and line up for number 7, Darryl Smith.
He certainly will. And this will put Port Adelaide within 10 points. Can you believe that? As he comes in now. Kick is on its way, and again he is missed from 15 metres out, and Hargraves is telling the goal umpire, you've got to get your glasses on, mate. Yeah, that was a goal. So, but nevertheless, it goes into the scoreboard as a point. Port Adelaide now 19 goals, 8, 122, trailing the Glenelg side 20-17, 137 on the Tapestry Wine scoreboard.
Grand Central time clock, 25 minutes gone. If he had kicked that, they're, given that we've had 8 goals kicked in this last quarter.
Well, that's right. They're 10 points behind.
Yes.
Okay, we're waiting for the ball to come back. Someone's actually taken the ball and they raced off down Jetty Road Traders with it and put it in the sports store for sale, I would think.
Yeah, exactly. 9 goals, in fact, have been kicked this quarter. So the Bays would just want to keep possession of the football. We don't know how long's gone. We can tell you 26 minutes have now ticked by on the Grand Central time clock. Panozzo kicks it out towards the outer side from the Jetty Road Traders end. Big pack of players fly. It's been taken by Backwell. He handballs it to Smith. Smith goes back to the running Mules. Mules goes to Hinge, and he goes to the running Backwell. Centre wing on the outer side. Inboard to Willoughby. He takes it, has a bounce, and on he goes. The little legs are pumping. He kicks it deep inside forward 50. Ruwalt, McConnell. Ruwalt, push out. Free kick.
No, it was actually downfield from Marling. Actually tackled the player after he got rid of the ball, and the umpire had blew the whistle and said it was a free kick downfield straight away. So the player that's got the ball is Ruwalt. He's already kicked 1 goal so far. He's going back to the Broadway Hotel Inn, wearing the famous number worn by Jimmy LaHoo.
Jimmy LaHoo? Jim LaHoo.
I reckon Ray Button wore that number 2, didn't he?
Is that right? No, I can't remember. You're a bit older than IMDb.
I reckon he did.
Okay, so the number 17 we're talking about as Ruwalt comes in now to the Broadway Hotel Inn, no further than 25 metres out, about a 45-degree angle as he comes in now. The kick is on its way, and it looks pretty good off the boot, but it's just swinging away late and has gone through for a minor score. As the siren sounds to win the game here at Challenge Recruitment, the final score sees Glenelg 20 goals, 18, 138. Defeating Port Adelaide 19 goals, 8, 122. The margin...